Crooks, let's go half of 3.
No, you can do half of 1.
Okay.
Franks, you can do half of 3.
Okay. So when you say half of 3 now, this goes on top.
Correct.
I was looking at.
I feel like it's like the amount of times I've seen a Glenhorn Buccaneer get countered is like slim to none. Plus, you have Cavern of Souls for pirates. Living your life.
Yeah. I'm keeping first 7.
Sick.
Okay, so we get to look.
Oh yeah, totally. Sorry.
Gotta keep it on camera. You said. I'm gonna go for second 7.
I think everybody's doing it for second 7. Oh, maybe Noah's keeping first 7.
Yeah, I'm keeping first 7.
Oh, sorry. I think you already said that. Yeah, Frank, as soon as you get cut, you're good to look at your cards and everything and decide.
Perfect. Yeah. Good to know, thanks. Whoa. My God.
Okay.
I'm gonna 6.
Drummer, can
Oh,
you
you
hear
could
me?
do 2.5.
Oh, it's 2.5. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Just figured out.
Alright, I'll try to make these equal piles.
I'm interested to keep full hit. 3.5 on top. Nice. I'm keeping my second 7. I'm just gonna run and let my dogs out really fast.
Half of 2 Crooks.
I'll keep the 6. I will bottom that.
Okay, I'm back.
So Shauna has second 7. I have first 7. Crook 6.
Yep.
And Franks.
Yeah, I kept second 7.
Sweet. Any pre-games?
Not for me.
Nope.
All right. Good to start. Let's do it.
Yep.
Draw. Misty Rainforest. Pass turn.
Draw. I'll go. Command power. Command power. Cast for Roger.
Yep.
Command power. Cast for Roger. And I will.
Yep.
Command power. Cast for Roger. A training grounds.
Yep. Training grounds.
If that is good, I will pass.
I will play a Fluttershond. Cast a diamond. I am going to pitch the Sea of Clouds. Pedal. And if that's good, I am passing.
Sweet.
Okay. Keep draw. Alright. Gonna play Marsh Flats. I do.
Sweet.
Yeah, I do need to crack it for a play.
You can shortcut it if you want. I don't care.
I've got a few.
Oh, no, you can go look. Go tutor.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem.
I'm trying to be respectful of time, but
No, you're totally fine.
actually, there it is. I was gonna go Underground Sea.
Easy. You can even shuffle later if you want.
Sure, because here's what I'm going to do. I'll just play it out because I will need to. I'm gonna play a Mox Diamond, pitching
yeah.
Misty Rainforest.
No, it's cool. I complain about my shitty Mox Diamond and you guys both draw yours. No, it's whatever. It's fine. I see how it is.
I'm gonna tap a swamp for. Well, I'll attempt a Dark Ritual.
I'll fetch a response.
Okay.
Everybody's cool with that.
Yep.
Cool. I will grab a Volk. Um, I'll attempt to miscast the Dark Ritual.
So it's miscast is 2.
Counter unless you pay 3.
Ooh, okay.
You can Dark Ritual to pay for your Dark Ritual if you'd like.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, that's good.
Cuts are available.
Let's go have 3.
Sick.
And cool. What do I want to do now? Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess I'll pass. Shuffle.
Sweet. Sweet. Untap. Okay, draw. Bloodstainmire. I'll crack the Bloodstainmire. I'll shotgun his Steam Vents, losing 3. If you guys are cool to shortcut, I'll cast this Kedis. Kedis is good. Awesome. I'll play this Mox Amber, and then I'll be good to pass.
I will untap. He'll draw.
Sweet.
I will go get a drop, and I'll cast Thrasios.
Sick.
If that is good, I will pass.
And step off fetch.
Good.
Anybody want
Franks, you can put half a 3 on top.
I'll get a Meticulous Archive.
Easy. I have cuts available.
Sean, let's go half a 3.
And then drummer, you can put half a 2 on top.
Okay.
Half a 2.
I'll survive.
Sweet.
Ben and Emrakul.
Hilarious.
Untap. Sure.
See who can draw reanimate first. It's not going to be me.
I will play a polluted delta, and I will ship it.
Okay. Tap, keep, draw. Play flooded strand. It's unfortunate. Let's see. I just don't want my hand to bleed. I guess we'll go with red for Ragavan, then we'll Pilfer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Yeah, pass on that.
Sweet. Untap. Upkeep. Drop. No land. Unfortunate. I'll cast Malcolm.
Pass on Malcolm.
If Malcolm's cool, I'm just going to deal 1 damage to the table. He does not make treasures. So I will just go to combat and hit Crooks for 1. But because he's the commander, everybody will take 1.
Yep.
And then I'll pass.
I want to take 1. Go to my turn.
Yep.
Draw. I will play a tapped breeding pool, and I will pass.
End step, I'll fetch. Good. Get a Tundra.
I guess to save time, I'll fetch as well. Take 1. I'm gonna go get Plateau.
Okay.
Half a 1.
And then at end step, I am going to cast a Frantic Search.
Frantic Search. Good by me.
Good. Alright, so I'll draw 2. I'll discard a Pact of Negation and an Otawara. Untap these 2 and then move to my turn. I'll play a Seed of the Synod, and then I will tap 4 and I will cast a Heliod, the Sun Crowned. If that's good with everybody, I would pass.
You can put 3.5 or half of 3 on top, Franks.
Let's untap, keep, draw. What do you know? Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna tap 3 to cast Timna. Attempt
Sweet.
to cast Timna.
Yeah, you good?
And I'll move to combat. And so Sean, I'll swing 2 at you with Ragavan.
Sounds good to me. I'll take 2. And I flip the top card. It's a commandeer.
Okay.
I'm actually so happy that you cleared a non-land off the top. I really want to draw land.
Sean, a commandeer is exiled.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but don't have the resources even to cast it for free. So I only got until end of turn, but I do create the treasure token.
You totally do.
Yeah, so just put it here. Put 1. Then I'll move to second main. I'll play Tundra. And that'll be it.
Sweet.
Oh,
Untap.
sorry.
Oh, very good.
I was supposed to lose a life and draw a card from the Timna trigger, but if I've missed it now, I understand. It's on me.
You played a land afterwards? I don't
Yeah,
think the game information has changed. I don't care. It's up to you guys.
I think it's fine.
It's a new player. Yeah, go for it.
It's
So
fine.
I lost the 1, I draw. I would have ended my turn anyways, it's just more not missing a draw.
No, you're chilling.
Okay, thank you. Apologies.
Very fine. Untap. Upkeep drop. It's not a land. Oh my god, I'm gonna freak out.
You got going for
I'm gonna
you.
go to combat. I'm gonna swing just 2 over at Franks in the air.
Take 2.
Sweet. Everybody will take 2. And then I'll make 3 Malcolm treasures. I'll offset my loss of lands.
Wow, awesome.
That's a fancy treasure token.
Oh yeah. I just realized it existed. I was like, that's so pretty. And they're like, it's $200. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the only
it's
reason I don't have it.
It's a fucking treasure. Why is it $200?
I lose my treasure tokens all the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast this transmogrify, targeting my Kedis.
So this is
It's
either
a polymorph.
How many cards do you have in hand?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 cards in hand.
I know you guys can't really trust me because we haven't played in a while or at all, but I can't win the game this turn. I'm gonna be polymorphing and passing.
Yeah.
It's not Hellbreaker Horror or I don't run those.
In response, I'm going to activate Thrasios.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
I will put this on bottom, reveal a Song of Creation to my hand.
Song of Creation. Oh my god, that's so hot.
I'm going to pass on the Transmogrify.
I will pass on the Transmogrify.
Yep, good.
Frank, I'm sorry. Did you say you're passing? I didn't.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
had
passing it.
This one is gonna get shuffled in. I only have 1 creature. Do you guys mind if I just search for it and then shuffle it in? It's gonna get shuffled in anyway. Shouldn't change anything. Just gonna hurry it up a little bit. It's gonna be a Niv Mizzet, which I will put into play, and I'll be passing the turn after that. And this little guy is gone.
Draw. I would like to pay 2 and cast a Flesh Duplicate.
Ah, beams. It always happens.
That's pretty good. I
That's
will
like-
pass on Flush.
Pass.
I will offer cuts real quick.
Half a 2.
Have to. So, not a board space. Let me check my hand real quick. I think it's gonna be fine, but I'm just gonna double check. Guess I can ask the table.
Go.
Oh, no, this doesn't work the way I think it does. Never mind. Okay. I will red blast the Flesh Duplicate. Then I'll have a Niv trigger.
This is scary. I'll show you a Fierce Guardianship.
Sure. I'll have a nib trigger on top of that as well.
Yep.
Everybody good in the nib trigger?
Yep.
Sweet. Noah, how many cards do you have left in hand? I'm trying to
have
see if I can.
6.
6? I'm trying to see if I can maybe kill this Heliod during this interaction.
I can give you one more
Give me one more ping.
without casting
Because
interaction.
otherwise, I would just kill the Timna. But I mean, I already set Frank's pretty far behind, but I think he kept for the Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
So sure, I'll ping the
I'm
Heliod.
sure. I will also like mention I have 2 cards in my hand, and one of them is just a force. Like I'm not holding on to anything.
No,
But
but
if you want
Heliod's
to
a
kill it, I
very
understand.
scary commander to have on the battlefield.
Heliod is crazy
I
good, but
understand.
like at the same time, Timna is like so good, right?
Like he's gonna like his commander's actively drawing him cards. Mine is like, it's if I get payoff, sure, but I have 2 cards in hand.
and at the same time, there's a Thrasios with training grounds in play. Like everything's bad. It's all really bad.
Yeah, I really don't feel like I'm the furthest ahead here for the Heliod to be dying, but it's still up to you. That's
I appreciate as somebody who's in 2 garbage colors that can't tutor, I know exactly what you're feeling in your heart right now.
Exactly.
I've already drawn, so I think I will. Have I already drawn? No, I haven't. Okay, so I still have 2 things on the stack. I'm just gonna draw and deal damage to the Thrasios.
Okay, so 1 damage on Thrasios.
Yeah, and then I'll have Fierce Guardianship top of the stack.
Yep. So Fierce Guardianship, targeting Red Elemental Blast.
Yeah. I think I'm good on that. Okay. And then I'll have 1 more Nick trigger on the Red Blast, if that's cool.
Yep.
Well, I'll draw and target the Thrasios.
Thrasios is at 2.
And then I'm good on the Flesh Duplicate.
Okay. I'll have it enter as a copy of Nib Visit.
6/6. I'd be offended if it wasn't.
I would like to attempt to pass the turn.
And step real quick. I'm gonna attempt to snap back the Nib Visit. In order to cast it for free.
I am going to argue that you do not, because it will force me to interact, and then I have nothing for the Heliod.
I mean, Heliod.
I'm really not winning anytime.
You're 1 card away from just popping off on your turn. You're
I mean, I know, I do when I'm 1 card away and like, synergy. I don't know, man.
I mean, if it.
Like by that same argument, you guys are also 1 card away. Like Blue Farm draws Adnaz, they have resources. If you draw Cradle, you're ahead.
I do not have any combos that combo with Nib Visit to my knowledge.
At the moment, I just got a lot of experience playing against Heliod. I know how dead this deck can be. And if it gets interaction out of your hands.
I mean, again, then we could just possibly lose to Heliod or
so true.
Okay.
But
so unless you think you're going for a win attempt on your next turn.
Oh, I'm definitely not. But
Neither am
I think it's I think you can. I think if you're very, very afraid of losing, you can afford to lose an if. But if you you already have a pretty good setup with Thrasios training grounds to the point where I think you can afford to not have an if.
I missed a land drop per turn, so I have.
I think I'm gonna snap back it.
Okay.
I'm gonna find a card to pitch to it.
I have a Niv Mizzet trigger.
You totally do. Mine will go first. Let me pitch a card real quick to finish paying for snapback costs. I'm gonna pitch this Sink into Stupor. I can't even test anyway. So yeah, my Niv will go first.
Yes.
If that's cool, I'll draw and attempt to kill your Thrasios.
Thinking.
Yeah, maybe my Reek is off, but Crooks seems really.
I mean, like you just kill both my commanders, and then the other 2 players are just untouched by this interactions.
Well, I think if you interact with her, she's gonna like either clear Timna's board or just kill my Heliod.
Yeah, if you
I don't think she's gonna keep targeting your board.
I don't really care about the Heliod right now. Like Heliod has the least amount of cards in hand by a good amount, by a good margin. But I'm gonna leave your Rograk alive. I'm gonna kill the Ragavan.
All right. Thrasios can die. That's fine.
Yeah.
We are back on the
Snap back.
flesh duplicate trigger of Nimbus.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good to nib trigger.
Draw. I will target your Malcolm.
Yep.
And then still in response, I will force a will, pitching this trinket mage. Pain of life.
Cool. Nib trigger.
Yes, you have your Nimbus trigger.
I'll draw and I will target. How many cards in hand, Franks?
4.
4, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, 6 mana with Ragavan.
Yep. I mean, you can pop
I
in if
think
you feel the need, but you've got
I'm
your
with ya.
blocker.
Oh, I drew a land. I think I'm just gonna try show some good faith and not continue this counter war. I'm gonna ping the Timna in hopes that you ping him as well.
If is my Nimbus
You don't have
triggered,
any more mana. You're totally good.
I'll draw. Yeah, I will ping the Timna.
And then I'm good on the Force of Will, countering the snapback.
Okay.
Get on top.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's a terrific draw. Okay.
Some boxes I'm gonna know it. Oh wait, it's already in play. Never mind.
That's a Mishra's Workshop with 2 in hand. I mean, I'm gonna attempt to flip the Heliod, paying 2 life.
Sounds good.
Good with
It's
the
gonna
table.
love these Nib Mizzets, that's for sure.
If I could draw payoff, that's I'm sure as hell would love it. If that's good, I'm passing.
Sweet.
Right.
Can I convince you to go to combat with Heliod? It's not summoning sick, right?
It's not sick, no.
Can I convince you to hit the
You think-
blue card player?
Probably. I mean,
I know
I
he's
guess there's no
blue, but he
reason
can
not
still draw
to.
ads.
Yeah, I guess there's no reason not to. I'm not gonna get like everything flies. Sure. Oh. I mean, yeah, I'll try to punch Franks for 4.
Yeah, that's good.
And then after that, I will pass.
Franks, if you, I don't know if you're new to spell table, if you click on your name, you'll be able to mark commander damage. You'll be able to like tick up Heliod damage.
Oh,
It's
yes.
very-
I didn't even know I could do that.
It's so
Thank you.
fun. I love it so much.
3, 4. There you go. Alright, untap, upkeep, triggers, draw. Right. Niv, what? Let me just try to scan Niv Mizzet and see, like.
If you type into spell table Parun, you'll find it immediately.
Parun, yeah, okay. So we got a 5/5 flyer.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll.
Shauna, you have no treasure tokens, correct?
I do have 1 treasure token. I
have
used 1 to cast Red Blast, but snapback was free.
That's free. Okay, pitching, singing to stupor. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. I want to move to combat and swing 2 at Heliod.
Yep, that's fine. Take 2, and
If
I
this
will
is a
show
wheel,
you.
Heliod, I am so fucking sorry.
It's a trick bind.
Okay, no, that's good. We hate that. We don't need trick bind right now.
Yeah, that's actually kind of sick. Nice to know
But if
my
it was
next
like
draws
insane
are
payoff after I convinced you to attack with your Foresick, I would
I
be
know.
so bad. I felt really bad.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
But I mean, you
man.
make a very good point.
All right. Well, we got a second treasure.
Big.
The goal is just to have a couple more treasures, so I'll move to second main, and he'll tap. I just want to.
Cast Professional Facebreaker?
No. I want to play Crumb.
Oh, hell yeah.
I need a flying blocker for Malcolm. So let's tap the 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll go down to 1 treasure for 5.
Cool.
Any responses?
Nope.
Nope, you got it.
And yeah, I guess I'll pass.
Neat. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Yes, I-
Niv draw trigger. I will. I'll kill the Ragavan.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Drummer boy, I know you have Song Creation in hand. But if you had a Fierce, I probably would have. I've already seen your Fierce.
I've already seen my Fierce, yeah.
It will turn you off the SWAT. And you've drawn a lot of cards with Niv.
I've drawn
Yeah.
2 cards.
I know. Yeah. Great. Mhm. Oh, yeah. Am I not supposed to do that? Oh, I understand. But how can you guys like trust me to not look at it? Like I can like tab out of it. Okay. Good. Yeah. Oh. Whoops. Cool. All right. Everybody, yeah. No. He knows that you guys aren't helping me. Just got it. Got it. Nobody
Okay.
say anything helpful. Don't say anything helpful. Don't do it. Don't talk about the game at all. Untap, upkeep, draw trigger. I'm gonna ping the Rograk.
Okay.
I will play this Flooded Strand as land for turn. And I will Noah's total cards in hand 6.
6. Yep.
6. So one is
And you
Song
know
Creation.
one of them,
Yeah.
which I'm currently unable to cast.
Fucking colors on Song Creation. Let me crack this Flooded Strand.
It's Teamer in 1.
Yeah. Flooded Strand crack good.
Yep.
Cool. I will put an island into play, and I think I'm gonna attempt to cast Kedis. I might regret that later, but I feel like we're kind of at like a standstill-ish.
I'll pass on Kedis.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
tapping my Mox Amber as well.
Pass.
And then after that, I'll be going to combat. Just gonna decide how. Could force you to block with your Crom, or I can just hold back a blocker for the other Niv. Cuts available.
2.5.
Half of 3.
Half of 3. And then tap this Mox Amber to pay for the thing. Go to combat. Malcolm is definitely going at Heliod. I think Nib will stay back. As weird as that feels. We could both pressure the blue farm player, but I don't know. I feel like we've set the blue farm player pretty far back. Yeah, I'll just go 2 over at Crux.
Yep, no blocks.
Cool. And then everybody will take 2.
Yep.
And then I'll make 3 treasures, going up to 4. And then after that, I think I'm good to pass. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in hand. Yep, doing good. Pass.
Shouldn't you be at 3 treasures?
I
not
had 1 and
4?
I just made 3.
Right, but because you used a land to cast Kedis. Got
Yeah,
it.
land plus these 4 Cascadus. Yep.
Got it. Okay. Untap. Flush duplicate goes to 2.
Yep.
Did it draw?
Yep.
I'll shoot Kedis.
Yep.
I will pitch this sort of land I drew for turn, Elvish Spirit Guide. And yeah, we'll cast a Song Creation.
Oh, you pitch a Simi Spirit Guide.
I'm
Elvish
passing on
Spirit
it.
Guide.
Something tells me Crux doesn't have a blue card for Poison Will. Unfortunate.
I also don't want to go to 0 cards in hand, even if it was a blue card.
Big.
Yeah, I feel like this might be an issue if I'm not misreading this.
Yeah, Song is a combo card for sure, but it can flop, but it can do well. It just depends. He is tapped out for it, so I think we might have a turn to deal with it.
Okay.
But if you don't have
It's
like if you have
spooky.
removal, you're gonna sit on it. But if you have like a Red Blast, Red Blast is special. If you can counter it, I would, but we might be safe because he can play another land now is the problem and keep storming,
Yeah.
and he hasn't played a land yet. He just pitched a Spirit Guide, so he could go land, and then kill us. But I think that'd be a little
Plus his
like
Niv Mizzet may go off as well.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna get really messy with songs.
it's
Like,
gonna- let me put it this way. If you have a way to counter this song, I will never touch your Ragavan. I will keep it alive. I'll never touch your Crom. You're good to go. Like, I want you to
Interesting.
know that you're not like
Interesting,
losing
interesting.
a shit ton of stuff from this.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't.
I could also move to discard and discard my hand. That is an option.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I feel like that would be. That's not really.
that would be best case scenario.
casting,
Yeah,
right?
I would like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it. I know you guys don't really play with me much. I don't have any counters. I have very situational counters, and neither of them do it. And I also have another Polymorph in hand, so does not help.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming my Ragavan's gonna die as you draw as well.
I mean, I won't kill it, but
No,
he
I'm
will
saying-
have a nib trigger from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
This is tough, guys. All right, I mean, I may regret this. I'm gonna say let's let it pass.
How many cards in hand do you have, Drummer Boy?
I have
Is it
5.
now. Shit. Yeah, I don't have anything for it. I don't have anything.
Like that's the thing. Could you win right now? Essentially, if we don't counter it.
Yeah, I mean,
He can.
So
All it takes is, like, land, you know, like land rock, and he's +2, and then, you know, the deck plays song.
I have no lands in hand. I will be
Mm.
forthcoming. I have 0 lands in hand.
So there's got to be
Yeah,
like a
but, like,
0 mana rock.
Yeah, like there's
Or like
rocks.
attacks
If
and
you can
probe.
get to,
Okay, we know at the bare minimum that there's a 0 mana rock because this wouldn't just be Song of Creation past discard, right? So maybe we can assume that the rest of the hand is garbage. Maybe it's a 0 mana rock, and then we're just praying to see where it goes. But if you're passing, I'm passing. I've got shit.
Song of Creation resolves. I'm going to pay 2 life. I'm going to Noxious Revival,
Yeah.
targeting my Scalding Tarn. I have 2 triggers. I have Niv Mizzet as well as Song of Creation. I'm going to put Niv Mizzet's trigger on top of my Song of Creation.
Okay.
I have a Niv trigger first. I think I'm gonna draw and ping your Niv.
This D will be used to represent for Niv. And Niv's a 5/5, right?
Correct.
Okay. So am I good to trigger my Niv Mizzet?
Yes.
I will draw. I will target your Niv Mizzet, Shauna.
On it. Let me find a dice for that. I have a special dice that has -1s on it. But yeah, that pings resolve. You're good to resolve your Song Creation trigger.
Okay.
Fun.
I will draw 2.
Sick.
I will target your Niv Mizzet with both triggers.
I think I'll respond to those.
Yep. So both triggers point at Niv Mizzet at the current moment.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to use 1 to flood maw the song. Unless you guys, I don't think it's the nib. I think it's the song. I will have to promise a tapped fish.
Okay.
I'll give it.
That will put a Niv Mizzet trigger on the stack.
Yep. I'm gonna give fish to Crux.
That's on resolution.
Oh, I think I have to promise the fish.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
do.
have to-
Promise
I have to-
it like the
I have
spell
to- I
has
have
the
to-
gift.
Yeah, I have to promise it as I cast it, but it'll enter.
When it resolves, it goes through. If they counter it, the gift never happened.
Yeah,
I believe
that
that's
makes
on
sense. Yep. I'll have a nib trigger on top.
Yes, you will. You are good to resolve your Niv trigger.
Cool. I'll draw and ping your nib.
Okay. Niv Mizzet is at 2 damage.
Yo.
Is my Niv good?
I mean, yeah, I'm passing on it.
Yeah, I think so.
Same. Yes.
I'll draw. I will shoot your Niv Mizzet.
Cool. What the fuck? Guys are
Is
missing.
the second damage to go on Niv Mizzet good?
Yeah, I'm just gonna mark it with a normal dice because I can't find my cool ones.
So right now we're at 2 pings on Niv Mizzet, correct?
Yep. 2 on each.
I will show you a Pact of Negation, multiple triggers, Song
Totally.
of Creation, as well as my own Niv Mizzet, and you have a Niv Mizzet trigger.
So it'll be packed here.
Yeah, pass.
This will be the pact, and then this will be my Niv on top of that. Yeah, I guess I'll draw from my Niv, see if what I find. That's cool.
Yep.
I'll draw and shoot your Niv.
Niv is at 3.
So 3 on yours. I didn't draw anything. Franks, I know you've got some kind of counter spell. Is there any way I can convince you to counter this pact? I'm out of stuff. I still won't kill you, right?
thing
I
is-
definitely want to kill this Niv.
Yeah.
Sorry about the background noise. There's like construction literally on my roof.
You're
But
fine.
I mean, we can talk it out. You guys are drawing a lot.
like I feel like if I fight, like what's like I go hellbent and then I
Oh, so you have force blue card. I understand. So my only argument is that if this song doesn't get bounced here, I think that like honestly, Into the Floodmaw is like Into the Floodmaw and Cycrift are our only answers, and Red Blast are only answers for song creation. And I think that if it doesn't go now, it's staying for the rest of the game, which I think is a bit of an issue, but we can try to fight through it. I don't know.
What's the Noxious like originally targeting? Was
The-
it the fire?
Scalding Tarn.
Scalding Tarn
Scalding Tarn
To
for
keep
Lamb.
going, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Scalding
Yep, so
Tarn,
stack right now is a
fucking
Noxious targeting Scalding
Mm.
Tarn,
Mm-hmm.
2 Niv
Good job on
Mizzet
the
triggers, Into the Flood Maw, Pact Negation, Song of Creation, Niv Mizzet.
And we've also missed a lot of Crom draws too. Crom, do you have anything about this?
I mean, they could still be on this deck.
Yeah, I don't want to reveal too much. I can't take care of it. I just can't counter it, I guess. Or yeah, I can take care of it longer term. If that makes sense.
Mm.
That's why I wouldn't want to counter Pact of Negation. You know what I mean?
That's true, because this pact will just kill him. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so much new information, though, because I mean, he's got to be winning this turn, right? Otherwise, this pact he wouldn't be casting
Yeah.
this pact. Because even if he
I
finds,
mean, if
even
the
if
Noxious, like if the Noxious resolves, he's gonna Scalding Turn. He probably has rocks at this point, or it can be on Hail Mary as well.
he,
But I
yeah.
mean, I think if he's pacting, I think he's pretty confident that this is going to be the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're both. Sorry, I'm sorry to do this, Rock Thras, but this is, I guess, what tournament is. I'm experiencing it for the first time, like I said, and are we all the rest of us in agreement that I gotta stop this then, or try and stop this?
I
mean-
think absolutely. I think this is absolutely a win attempt.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
the pact of negation with 3 lands in play, attempting to get 1 more, is kind of him showing his hand. You can,
Okay.
what I would do in your situation is try to like, kind of maybe glean some information from Drummer and see if there's anything he can say to convince you to not counter this. But he's kind of showing his hand a little bit with the pact of negation.
Yeah. Okay.
There's also a lot of
I mean,
draws.
Drummer, you want to say anything, or you just want me to play it now? Because
I want you to put your spell in the stack.
okay, sounds good.
I'll be honest.
So true.
Sure. So look, I'll sack the token for a red,
Okay.
and we'll go with the red elemental blast. You suspect that I did have.
What is the target for that?
So can you? I need some help here. Should I target it
I would
as
just
a
target
permanent?
The song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of trying
Yeah.
to counter the pact of negation. Yeah. So I'll just
Yeah.
destroy target blue permanent being the Song of Creation.
I'm just gonna grab a piece of paper so I can try to track this stack in my brain.
Niv Mizzet trigger to draw a card.
Yeah, they both have nib triggers.
I mean, I'm okay.
I mean, I'm passing on it. I'm F6 at this point. Until something happens, I'm F6.
Oh man,
Okay.
there's so much going on. You both absolutely. So.
Okay. So top of the stack right now should be Shauna's Niv Mizzet, correct?
Okay, so here's the red blast. This is the pact. And then there's a Noxious Revival down here somewhere. Okay. Nice. This is not clear at all. But it'll help maybe. Okay, Noxious is here. Floodmaw on top of that. We have a bunch of triggers in between.
Yeah, right now I
Red
believe we
blast.
are on your nib trigger.
Yeah, okay. So I'll draw from Niv and I'll send a ping at your Niv, which will put it at 4.
Niv is at 4.
And then after that
I
will
have a
be
Niv Mizzet from the red
your
elemental
Niv.
blast.
Didn't even look at what I drew. I drew land. Awesome. Yeah, ping's fine.
Well, it's a trigger to draw. It's not a trigger to ping.
Totally. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll draw. Okay. So right now we're on a red elemental blast targeting Song of Creation. What is Storm right now?
I've cast one
1, 2,
spell.
3. For me,
Yeah.
4, 5. Okay.
One spell for me.
Yeah, that's fine. Song of Creation can be destroyed.
Okay, Red Blast is done.
We are back on a Niv trigger and a Song of Creation trigger to
On
draw.
your pact.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's on top of
On
my
top of your pact. Yeah, you're killing it.
Oh, sorry. That draw ping will shoot Niv Mizzet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. 3 on my Niv.
Yep.
Pact is targeting my Floodmaw, but the Floodmaw was targeting the Song Creation, so I guess I don't really care about this pact. It'll still resolve, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, you have a Niv.
We want
and
it to resolve, right?
the only problem is that he has. The other problem is that he has Niv and 2 blah blah blah. He has.
I'm gonna kill the Niv Mizzet because
yeah, if this
obviously
resolves,
it's
the
our
Niv
only
will
win
die.
condition.
So
Whatever
I think
the condition is.
I guess I'll just do this now to force any. How many cards in hand, Noah?
I have 8.
And no mana. 8's a lot. And no mana available.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast this Fiddy now, so he's forced to counter it.
Sorry, Shauna.
Interesting.
Is that your second spell?
I think so.
Yeah, that's a Crom trigger, which...
Yeah.
And I have a Niv Mizzet trigger as well.
Hell yeah.
And I am triggered.
You don't have a Niv trigger. It's an enchantment.
Oh.
And you can, Frank, you can put that Red Blast in your bin. It's resolved.
Oh, yeah.
We can get that off. We can clear that off at least.
Cruix, I have no interaction for that.
And that's what I was worried about, because now you're forced to force it. So
you're passing to me?
I have to. I have no interaction for that. The pact was my only thing that protected my win attempt.
Let's see that blue card. Oh, shit.
I would like to cast a Portent of Calamity for X equals 10.
Oh, my fucking god.
Whoa.
It's happening.
Okay.
Reveal the top
Niv
X cards.
trigger.
Okay, hang on. Reveal the top 10 cards. For each card type, you may exile a card from the type from among them. Put the rest in your graveyard. You may cast
I
a
get
spell
to
from among
cast
them
one of
cards.
each card type.
One of each card type. Oh, we might be so fucked. Well,
So
yeah, I've got a Niv trigger.
Yep. Your nib trig is on top of mine.
Yeah, I'll draw, and I'm not gonna kill this fucking Heliod, so I'm gonna ping your Niv still.
Yeah. If I get a blue card, I'm gonna force
So if you kill my
him to be
nib, then we
annihilated.
can't potentially stop him.
I guess that is a fair point. I'm probably gonna feed a lot of cards now.
That's fair. I'm down to hit the Heliod in case it matters.
Yeah.
Who knows?
okay. So
Because also double Niv Mizzet kind of stacks me out. So
So true.
And so you're hitting the Heliod.
Yeah, I'll hit the Heliod with the pretense that you will also hit the Heliod. I hope.
Yeah.
cool.
It's
I'm
just-
using
Am I
cards
good
because my
to-
dice are like very small.
No,
So
you're fine.
this is the Heliod damage.
Am I good to resolve my Niv Mizzet on the
For the
portent?
portent. I mean, yeah, I'm passing. The last card is
Yeah.
force.
Yeah.
So
I will draw. Yeah, I will shoot the Heliod. Well, Shauna, can you cast another spell?
Uh,
I drew MBT.
I'm with you. Yeah, I can cast this flare. You might not even need the MBT on this. I'll cast this flare, sacrificing this Malcolm. I'm gonna target the portent of calamity. It's a word I've never said before.
makes sense.
Trigger.
Oh, Heliod.
nibs.
My Niv will go first. I'm gonna draw and hit the Heliod if that's cool with everybody.
I mean, I think at this point, like you start killing the Niv Mizzet because you know my last card's a Force of Will. So and I can't
mean,
cast it.
But that's so true. I'm gonna draw and kill the Niv.
I mean, I'm going to respond. I'm going to cast Mindbreak Trap
Yeah.
for its alternative casting cost.
Mhm.
Targets will be Pact of Negation, Portent of Calamity, Ophidian Eye. Into the Floodmaw has no longer legal target, so I will not target that. But I will not target the Flare.
I mean, you might as well. If I was a breach player, it would hurt. I'm on dig through time. There's no
I
reason
mean-
to not target it. I feel like.
Sure, I
Well,
guess.
Yeah, gets cards out of my graveyard. I don't know.
Yep.
I got an trigger on the MBT.
Yeah.
I'll draw. I'll deal a damage to your Niv again.
Nib dies.
Cool. And then you'll have a Niv trigger, and you'll
Yep.
draw and deal no damage.
Yep, I will deal no damage.
Cool.
MBT on the stack.
I have no response for that.
Yeah, I think we're all good. Yeah, MBT was targeting pretty much everything. It's targeting the portent. Yeah, we're chilling. Yeah, let's do it.
Exile that. My Pact of Negation is
I think these are
exiled.
all exiled.
We are back on a Song of Creation trigger as well as a
And then
Niv
the-
Mizzet trigger.
Yeah. Song and Niv. I have one more Niv, I think on top of your Noxious that you responded to.
Yes, I did.
Cool. I will draw and
Oh,
deal.
no, sorry. This is. I have my triggers first because my Noxious was the first thing I cast.
Yeah, but my Niv will still go before yours. The turn order reasons. If all this stuff is on the Noxious, or maybe those were higher up on the stack. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
they were from my Pact of Negation.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I will draw 2. Then I will draw 1. We are back on the
Noxious.
Noxious trigger. Yes, so you draw.
I'll hit the Ragavan. You know what? I told you that you wouldn't because you cast a Red Blast. Long time ago. I told you I'll deal damage to your face, Franks.
Okay. That's fair. Thank you.
And then I
course.
have my 2 damage already pointed at Niv Mizzet.
Um, don't think it... Sorry, judge? Is there a judge listening? I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen because it's not there to deal damage.
It's an ability. It's not him himself that it's just an ability.
We can still call the judge if we
Says
want to,
Niv
but I'm
Mizzet
sure.
deals damage. 1 damage
Because
to
it-
target.
Yeah, so I think what it is you get the draw trigger, but because Niv Mizzet is no longer on your board, like you haven't drawn
Well,
the
these
cards yet.
are.
I guess I'm confused. It depends on, like... We didn't really mark the triggers very well. It depends on if this was a draw trigger or a damage trigger.
Well, I already drew the cards. You were responding with your Into the Flood Maw to
Correct. Like what
my
he's saying is
damage.
like he had 2 Niv Mizzet ping triggers that were targeting the Niv Mizzet that started everything.
Yeah.
And then I think the weird question is, it says Niv deals the damage. Does Niv do the damage if it's dead? I think that was.
Okay, but my only problem... We should have... Goddamn, we should have tried
Yeah,
this more.
I'm just gonna call a judge.
Yeah, so true.
We're pod what, 2, 3?
3, yeah.
3.
Mhm. What's up? So we kind of did a bad job of tracking this stack.
Yes, we have a question regarding Niv Mizzet's ability. So I had drawn 2 cards and had 2 damage pings on a Stacks War. Later in the turn, on top of the stack, on top of these damage triggers, Niv Mizzet was removed. I still have the 2 triggers to damage Shauna's Niv Mizzet with 2 damage. Does my damage still happen? Correct.
Yeah. I know I've had this same judge call for Bowmasters like 4 times, and I know that like because it's one like block of text, Bowmaster's damage still resolves, but Niv is just weird because it's 2 different instances.
Correct. Niv Mizzet. It was a copy. It was destroyed. Correct. Yeah. It should still be the way Bowmaster works, where you still deal the damage.
I think so too. I think as long as the second trigger is on the stack, or the first trigger is on the stack, I think it still resolves, even if he's not there. That's what Bowmaster says.
May I just chime in? Because this happened in another game
Yeah.
with Vivi. And I think what happened was that every time you draw, like the draw triggers go on the stack, right? But then
We only went for a round.
if Vivi or Niv Mizzet is removed, by the time you're drawing those cards, once they've resolved, Niv Mizzet is no longer there to recognize that you've drawn and the damage, so he doesn't deal the 1 damage. That's how that was played out.
I've already drawn those cards, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Okay.
Right. Okay. So damage will happen. The only thing I'm a little confused about is that if these triggers were on Noxious. So where are we in the stack right now? We're on the triggers in response that happened because of the Noxious, right?
Correct.
So let's say that this is the Noxious Rival and this is the Flood Maw that's on top of it, but this already fizzled because it has no targets because it was on the song. So if we're here, this was the first spell you cast this turn.
Right, because I drew off my
Yep.
Niv Mizzet cast from Noxious. I
Mhm.
drew off my Song of Creation,
Mhm.
pointed the 2 damage, and then
Mhm.
that's when you responded with Into the Flood Maw.
You drew off Noxious and you drew off. just trying to figure out where this 3 damage is from, because how is this at 3 without these 2 draws is my thing.
Because I
Because
drew more cards off the pact. I drew off the red elemental blast. I drew off the there's another card you cast, I think. The
Because-
flare.
I'm thinking that I thought that these were higher up and these were on like the pact, because these 2 triggers were on the pact, and I'm pretty sure I responded to that. Yeah, because you had 2 draw triggers from the pact and you said, okay, this is going to kill your Niv. And I said, well, then I have to Affinity Knight now. And that's where those 2 triggers came from. I thought we already
Well-
resolved these 2 from Noxious, and that's where these came from. Like, this is 1, 2 Noxious, and then 1 from somewhere else. I think off of my Flood Maw you pinged it. So you did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 cards in hand. I started my turn with 5. So I have more than enough pings to have killed your Niv Mizzet of 5. While still marking damage on the Heliod, as well as not having the draw triggers because you killing my Niv.
Because I killed a Niv before. I guess higher if you're still around. Do you have any knowledge about how we should resolve this? like this is really all horrible. Yeah, like if it has to die, I'm cool with it. But I want it, like, because I just specifically remember like, go ahead, higher. The other Niv that was a flesh duplicate, but is now dead. Drummer had a flesh, yeah. Yes, this is damage that is already done. Yes. Yeah,
Correct.
because the thing that the only time that I think, I'm pretty sure that this is damage from Noxious, or I'm sorry, Song of Creation draw, and then draw from Niv from Noxious cast. I think that's what this was. And then later on, there was a Pact that was cast, and then he put these 2 damage triggers on the stack, and he was like, I'm going to kill your Niv anyway, because he cast Pact, and then it would obviously Pact would trigger Niv, and then Song of Creation would draw twice. And I was like, well, of course, since my Niv is going to die now, I will respond to that with the Affinity Knight to force you to counter it. And then that's why I figured that these had already resolved on Heliod.
I never pointed damage at Heliod until after the Portent of Calamity was cast. Because at that moment, I only knew of a Force of Will in Heliod's hand. So
yeah, Heliod didn't take any damage until near the end.
So currently on the stack is Noxious Revival targeting a Scalding Tarn, as well as 2 Niv Mizzet triggers targeting.
That we may or may not have resolved already.
We have not resolved them. I've had these 2 trigger tokens here from the beginning. They're mine, drummers.
Yeah, so yeah, my understanding was that this was Noxious cast and that these 2 were already resolved from the Song of Creation.
I think, like, worst case scenario, we can also try to replay everything and then figure out where the Niv triggers are if it really.
Not to mention that, like, now that he knows that the Heliod is going to get stopped, he wouldn't ping the Heliod at all. So it's awkward.
No, what I mean is, like,
So in this thing, are we
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't chimed in, so I was just watching things happen. So I'll be honest.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, but this is more for Noah and Shauna. So the Noxious, there's not.
They're on top of, because they were triggers.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that these triggers have already resolved. I'm saying that, like, I feel like I've done a decent job of tracking this deck. I obviously wasn't, like, using cards to track Noah's, but I feel like I can decently replay, like, because you cast Noxious. We had the whole conversation about whether this was going to, well, we had the conversation about whether the song was going to win the game before, and then you cast Noxious, and then you're like, I'm going to target this land, and we're like, okay, this is to keep going and win the game. And then you had multiple triggers. My triggers went first. I pinged your Niv, and then you had 3 draws from You had a Niv trigger from Noxious, which you pinged my Niv, and then you had a Niv trigger from 2 songs, and then you pinged my Niv 2 more times. I marked it here. I looked for a dice for 20 minutes, and then I can, like, it under worst case scenario, I can end my stream and play back the VOD, but obviously we wouldn't have that access in a normal tournament, you know? Yeah.
On with Niv on the board, I have cast Song of Creation, Noxious Revival. Yeah, this is all this turn. So it went Song of Creation, Noxious, Pact of Negation, Mindbreak Trap. I have pointed 2 damage at the Cruix's commander. One was off of the Portent of Calamity, and one was off a flare, a blue flare from Shauna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've drawn all my cards. So every card that I've drawn has come from either a Niv Mizzet trigger or a Song of Creation. Song of Creation only drew me 4 cards. Niv Mizzet drew me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more.
No, but
2
Niv
of
was gone
which-
for some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 of which did not happen because Niv Mizzet was removed before I drew. However, these 2 I already had drawn, and the triggers were put on the stack at Niv. No, I still had the draws. I just couldn't point the damage because Niv Mizzet was gone at that point. And these were underneath.
Right. And like, honestly, we're in a weird spot right now where, like, I can claim that these triggers were missed and stuff like that. But, like, if we go back and track the damage normally, we'll probably find damage that he drew and didn't ping for, which the only way that my Niv would survive is if he missed the trigger. But if we're going to go back and, like, double check that, like, he didn't, I'm fine. Like, as if, like, if the number is there, I'm fine to let it die because, like, I think this will my Niv will only survive if he either missed the trigger or will not or ping the Heliod or whatever. So I'm good to just let it die and make it easy because I know we're on stream. Easy. Yeah.
I do not think game state has been lost at all.
Oh wait, Wicked was.
I disagree because I've announced all my triggers. I've used my trigger tokens. I have piled my cards here correctly. I do not feel game state was ever lost.
The only input I have is I think he's honestly right, because I remember Heliod being at 5 very early on in the stack. The Heliod was at 5 discount. I was keeping track of Heliod discount. I wasn't keeping track of where pings were going. And I'm pretty sure whenever he red blasted, I'm pretty sure I was already at either 5 or 7. But that's like, I'm not fully sure.
Yep. Okay.
It's my fault for running the card. Sweet. Thank you, Hyatt.
Am I good to finally resolve? Oh, sorry, Judge. Do we get a time extension?
Woo. Nice.
Yay. Okay. Am I good to resolve this Noxious on my Scalding turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Scalding turn. We'll go back on top. All right. Stack is clear. Nothing else currently, correct?
Good.
Okay. I will play as I drop a card on the floor. I will play this Windswept Teeth, and I'm going to fetch. Good?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, that Noxious Revival and was for nothing. Oh my god. Not
I
even
mean,
gonna draw
if
the
you
land.
hadn't drawn the interaction you had, I was winning.
Nice.
So, mute in Discord. This forest.
So I see how serious tournaments can get. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I for sure missed a crumb trigger on Drummer Boy when he played Noxious after Song of Creation, but not
Two and
causing
a half.
problems.
I will cast a Chrome Box.
It's good.
ETB, I'm going to imprint a Cyclonic Rift.
Sounds good.
Tapper Green, cast a Mana Vault.
Yeah.
Floating 2 colorless, I'm going to cast a Cloud of Fairies.
It's good with me.
Yep.
I will untap these 2 lands. I would like to I'm going to cast a Finale of Devastation or X's 2.
No floating mana after that?
No floating mana.
I am passing, right?
Pass.
I'll get a Thunder Trap Trainer.
Yep. Let's do 3.5 on top.
I have a Thunder Trap Trainer. Is that good to resolve?
Yeah, it's good with me.
Look at the top 4. Reveal a non-creature. No. 2, 3. Oh, wow. Only 1 target. I'll get a Chatterstorm, I guess.
Cool.
That would have been really sick if you had the mana.
I'll put this to my hand, and I will unfortunately have to pass
All right.
after all that.
Good for me to untap.
Yep.
All right, so
Yeah.
untap, draw. That's useless.
That's
I am
Thunder,
just
Thunder
going-
Trap Trainer and Cloud of Fairies left to right, right?
Correct. Yep.
I am just going to. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move to combat. I'm still gonna swing 4 at Frank's.
4, 6. All right, I'll take 4.
Just respect the random ethnos after everything's been used, and I will pass.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Draw. Um. Alright. Wanna see what I'm gonna draw. So look, I'll move to combat. Guess I have to start applying some pressure too.
I mean, we know that Noah has 1 in hand, but he just couldn't do it because we stopped him. So we know
No,
that.
my win was Song of Creation. I just had the ability to keep going.
Okay.
But you said you could win the game, and you didn't.
So
Sonic Creation doesn't win the game by himself.
Well, with the spells that he's cast, he would have drew like
Yeah,
six.
I
feel
dropped
like,
more cards.
yeah, I feel like I don't think he had a guaranteed win. I just feel like if he cast a cloud into a finale into things, then he probably has it from there with songs.
so
I do think like both of them have a lot of cards.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna send
Okay, go ahead.
4. No, it's all good. I'm gonna send 4 to Shauna and 2 at Crixel.
Yeah, I'm not blocking.
Yeah, I'll take for it.
Okay.
And the Ragavan's at me, right?
Yep.
You get an Esper Sentinel.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I'll move to second main phase. That I'll play.
Yeah.
We're gonna tap
I'm
the
gonna
white
put
here.
this over here just to show that it's.
Yeah, and here I'm going to.
That shit better get cast. I swear to God, that's a great card.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good draw.
It's a very good card.
What's my marker here? I'm gonna go 1-1. Whisper. Okay, so gonna play Gemstone for land and go. So all the Niv Mizzets are gone, so my guys are sort of safe
Yep.
for now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna tap 1 and attempt to play Imperial Seal.
Sweet. Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's 2 just slowly dying. Gonna go with. Let's see. Go with this. Sorry. So with the Ragavan, create a treasure. Forgot about that. Sorry. This is resolved. Sorry. 2. Anyone want to call it?
2.5.
Okay. So top. Then I'll just play Chromox, pitching, Much the Swirling Mists.
Yeah, that card sucks.
It's some protection, but yeah, I think that'll be it.
Cool. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Play this command tower. Play this soul ring. Cards in hand. Francs.
I got 2.
You can draw. That's all yours.
Oh, thank you.
Can probably recast my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards that do nothing. I'll probably just cast
Wait, what am I drawing from exactly?
Esper Sentinel.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks. Sorry.
Gotta remember those triggers. It's very important. That's a very good card right there.
No, I know. I missed the
Good
Crom
card you
trigger
just stole from
before.
Brooks.
I know. I'm being an idiot. My
No,
apologies.
you're good. You're good. I will. Yeah, just recast Malachi. He's a good guy. Does his job. And then I'll go to discard after that. I'll get rid of this polymorph that does jack shit. This long-term plans is a really bad card. 1, 2, 3,
So,
4, 5,
Malcolm being
6.
your second style, I can draw from Chrome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll discard this Divergent Transformations. And lastly, this Fiery Islet. Pass.
Untap. I will draw, take a damage off of my Manifold. I'll play Basic Island as my land for turn. I will cast a Magus of the Candelabra.
Magus of the Candle.
Scary.
I don't have Cradle, nor do I have access to it.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Just looking it up.
I mean, I'm passing on it.
Yep.
Good.
Did you take the
Um,
one from Vault already, or?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he already got it.
All right.
I will move to combat. I'm going to
Yep.
swing at Frank's for 1.
Yep. I'll take it.
I will then attempt to move through phases to my end step.
I'm gonna call a judge because you missed your pack trigger, but I think you can just pay
I
for it.
exiled it with my Mind Break
Yeah,
Trap.
he did.
Good. Go to discard.
I will attempt to pass turn.
7 in hand already.
Yep, I got 6 in hand.
All right, cool. Draw. I will pass.
Okay. No one wants to play it.
Are you sure I can't send? I can't convince you to send damage to the guy who just sealed the Nas at the top. Probably not a Nas, but probably like a win condition, a breach maybe.
I think the rag event's starting to get to me.
So untap, upkeep, draw. Gonna play City of Brass. Just got a ton of lands in CEDH. All right. Everyone's got blockers now for Ragavan. No, he's not getting through. Let's chill.
I mean, Cloud of Fairies is a win condition, so it's very unlikely that he's gonna block with that. He might block with the Magus of the Candelabra because that's just value.
I will
but
100% block with a Cloud of Fairies. I will
yeah.
100% block. I do not currently have the ability to win with that card, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, plus we got that going on.
Shauna will not block with Malcolm.
I won't 100% block with Malcolm.
I mean, it's been slow for me. I'm just trying to see. You still got Force of Will in your hands, so I mean, we're all kind of stuck.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, since we're this late game, I'm gonna let's see it. We'll try to force of Will out. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but I'll tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Taking 1. I'm gonna try to overload Cyclonic Rift.
Oh my god.
I've
Pass.
never been more fine with something.
I'm so fine with that, actually.
I think it's very good for a drummer boy. I think it's like fairly good for him.
Oh, because of the mana.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, the Mana Vault
Manival, Cloud of Fairies, Thunderchip Trainer cannot be offspringed, right? But I mean, I'm not gonna burn a force on that. There's no way.
I mean, it's all I got. It's all I got that, you know what I mean? Like, for this game state.
I
I would
think the game was.
I would
bad
say
enough
that
for-
because it's such a good, it's because it's so good for Drummer Boy. I think maybe you should just hold it, even though it's no information. You can just take the spell back and not cast it,
Is
and
this
hold it for.
is this allowed? Like, I don't want to screw up the tournament now.
You just gain no information. It's part of the policy. No triggers have happened. Nothing has changed. You're
Okay.
good to go. This is a very important lesson for you, Franz. As long as no information has been gained, for the most part, like sometimes some weird things can happen with priority, where like if I have an oppo and I pass on it, and you like tutor into my oppo, then you get fucked. But in this case, you can take it back. There's no other. But if cards were drawn, no, you can't. Called the player take back policy. It's great.
All right. Yeah, it's an instant anyways. I'm dead in the water ish. All right. I'll just. I wanted to also maybe get some some token more. It's all good. I'll just pass then through phases.
You got the best blocker in the game. You're chilling. Draw for turn. Put this land into play. It's
I
a
put a
Talon
life back
Gates.
for City of Brass, by the way. That was
Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards in hand. I will go to combat. I think I'm going to run into the same problem. Well, Celia doesn't fly, so that's sick. Yeah, why not? I'll make a treasure. Oh, wait. Cloud of Fairies is a 1/1.
It does fly.
I'll force you to block the Cloud of Fairies. Go ahead. I'll swing Malcolm at you, Drummer Boy.
I mean, I'm not going to block that one, so I'll take 2.
I'll make a treasure and pass. Malcolm, the best Cloud of Fairies removal in the game.
I will untap. I want to untap Manifold. No. I'll go to my draw step.
Yep.
Drop a turn. Take a damage. Main phase 1. I will play Manamo, School at Water's Edge. One, two, three, 4. I'm gonna activate Magus, reducing with Training Grounds, paying 1 mana to untap these 3 lands. Put in a green and a blue.
Yeah.
I'll untap.
Okay.
I'll cast Thrasios.
Yep.
Is Thrasios good?
Yep.
Yep.
Good with me.
I would like to attempt to pass turn.
At Ansep, I'm just gonna attempt to flash in an Arcane Signet.
Seems good.
I'll pay for the Esper.
Cool.
Untap. Keep and draw. I will say go.
You're gonna say go?
Yep, I pass.
Okay, doke. I don't even have to untap. Let's just draw. This is ridiculous. I want to shock in. Sure, let's shock it in. Watery Grave. And yeah, I guess I'll just pass.
Cool. I'm gonna dig through time on your step. I don't really think there's anything that can get me there anymore, but I'm just gonna try to look. 1, 2, 3. I'll just tap 2 and exile some cards. 1,
Are you-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll leave the Niv. I can't get it back, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get rid of those. Dig through time?
Are you gonna pay for Esper?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm cool with this.
Nice. Look at the top 7.
You never responded. Did you
I'm gonna take these two. And I'll put the rest of the bottom. And then I will put them in my hand. I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 untap for turn. As long as everybody's still passing, I'll draw. I will play this Arid Mesa and go to combat with Malcolm and swing at the same person, Noah.
I have no use for it anywhere else.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
Cool. I'll make another treasure, and I
that's
think I'm
correct.
passing. Let me just make sure I don't discard. 1, 2. I think I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep. Before we move to discard, I would like to activate Thrasios.
Okay, go ahead.
Fine.
Thrasios activation good?
I'll remember it.
That's awkward. I'll put it on bottom. And reveal a Cryptolithrite to my hand.
Yep.
I'll activate Thrasios again.
Yep.
Definitely not doing that one. Reveal analyze the pollen.
Cool. I'm gonna continue going to discard. I'll get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will get rid of. I'll do this spell snare that I should have used on a Thrasios, and I'll pass.
I'm on top. I will not pay for vault, draw for turn, take a damage. I will play a Dryad Arbor as my land for turn. And then I'm going to tap 1. I will cast Analyze the Pollen, pay an additional cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. To tutor for a base or for a land or a creature.
Yeah, this is gonna find target Gaia's Cradle.
Yeah, let's get to Cradle.
Yep.
I mean, is this where we're using a force? I mean, he's played his land for turn.
I mean, Cradle will just slowly lose us the game. I think it's not gonna end it now, but it'll just give him infinite Thrasios activations with Training Grounds.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He hasn't played his land for. Oh no, he did play his land
No,
for turn.
Dryad Arbor was my land for turn.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I do have to bite. I believe only one card has been drawn this turn.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then I'll cast a Force of Will, targeting the Analyze.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I will tap for 2. I will cast a Cryptolithrite.
That's a prompt trigger, second spell.
Yep, you got it.
Nice.
Is Cryptolithrite good?
I'm passing.
I will then tap for 2. I will cast a Chatterfang. Storm is 4.
Yeah, I pass.
Yeah. Pass as well.
Is that good,
Why
Chandra?
does Storm matter?
Oh, he's
Wonder
getting
where-
4/1/1 green scroll creature tokens, and he's got Cryptolithrite that will turn him into mana dorks of any color.
Is this a different Chatterfang? Are there more than one Chatterfang?
Shatterstorm. Sorry,
Shatter-
you said
It's the
Chatterstorm.
1 in a grain sorcery.
Oh, okay. Bro said Chatterfang, and I was like, why does Storm matter? Yeah, I don't care. Go ahead.
Okay. I will make 4 green squirrels.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. And then I would like to attempt to pass thy turn.
Good.
Mhm.
Double keep. Draw. Yeah, probably. Combat.
Yep.
I'm gonna swing 4 at drummer.
Yeah, I'll declare no blocks.
Alright.
So it's how much damage?
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then if that is good, I am passing Zai turn.
Okay. Let's have upkeep. Draw. It said we had 10 minutes left, right?
Yeah, but we have 13 more after that. We have plenty of time.
Okay.
So we got
Yeah, we have an
13 more.
exception.
Everyone's holding.
Now my deck is just Brick City, so I'm just, you know.
Same.
Alright, I'm gonna see what happens on this. Just try it out. I'll tap white and a colorless. And I'll play Voice of Victory.
Yup.
Pass on it.
I pass.
Yep, I'm good.
We're all passing. Okay. Um, sounds good.
I could have activated Thrasios for a Force of Will. Unfortunate.
My Force of Will's in exile.
Yeah, a lot of free interaction was used in that
So true.
turn.
I think the only free interaction I haven't used is either Force Negation or SWAT.
Okay. With that, then, got 2. Let's go. Black and a blue for Diabolic Intent. Sacrificing Ragavan.
If you can just show us at the tutor for the other side of the Oracle, I'm down to scoop, but you don't have to go through it.
So
I would like you to play it out, please.
Okay, just play it out. Go ahead.
Sure. So let's go to my hand. Whoops. All right. So this is my hand. Then I will tap the 2 blue for Thassa. Sorry, I'll show you guys. Sorry for the glare.
Sure.
Yep, that's good. So Thassa resolves on the ETB. I'll sack the treasure, colorless, and I'll go Tainted Pact. So pretty much going for it here.
Yeah. How deep in your deck would you like to go?
I mean, if you guys really want me to, I'll exile. I'm assuming something's up, so I thought Voice of Victory might have clinched it once that resolved. My intent, unless anyone wants to interject, my intent is to exile my library. And
So you're
then,
going to the very last card in your hand, in your library, to put to hand.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think all he's asking. Yeah, there you go.
I can put my last card, exile my library. I mean, I can flip it upwards if
Yeah,
you like.
you have to push you have to put the second to last card in your hand for Tainted Pact, but so just put the bottom card in your hand for Tainted Pact.
Okay.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Okay. The
Put the
second.
bottom part of your library in your hand. Yeah,
Okay.
and then reveal it.
Wherever you
And
chose
then
to stop, you're gonna
that'll be
reveal
your
it.
Taint Effect card.
I have to reveal this one.
Reveal that one, yeah.
Yes.
Because that's where you're stopping for Taint Effect.
Enlighten
Yeah,
tutor.
Me too.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then this.
Yeah. I'll respond.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap for 2. I will Odawara, the Voice of Victory.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. So this, well, Tainted Pack has resolved then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Taint
now we're
Effect is
back to Oracle.
Yeah, now we're back on Thoracle trigger, and I'll pass on it.
I can make him draw a card if somebody can make him draw a card from Chrome.
That's my goal, is to try and do that. I will activate Magus to untap these 3 lands.
Mm-hmm.
I will put a activation on the stack.
Okay. So I draw this card.
Nope, I haven't
No,
cast
no,
it
no,
yet.
no,
Sorry.
No. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine, Franks. You're totally fine.
You're good.
Don't worry.
Shit. Reveal a polluted delta. I will activate Thrasios again.
Mhm.
Now I reveal a candelabra to my hand. I cannot. That's all I got. Shauna, do you have any way to cast instant or sorcery?
Not with anything on the stack. I could have just countered the Taint Effect if we talked about you having Ordawara, but I guess I should have said that. Yeah, I can't put anything on the stack.
I can put spells on the stack.
That'd be great. Yeah.
I would like to cast a Grim Monolith.
Cool.
That's
I'm not
first
paying for
internal
Esper.
trigger.
You're not paying for Esper?
No.
Okay.
He's like,
Takes
even want to watch out.
Like I mean, I can't just draw him out. Like I don't mind playing another card. I have one artifact mana floating.
But if you play another spell, it doesn't trigger Esper again. That's the
It
problem.
triggers
It triggers
Chrome.
Chrome.
Oh, it triggers from. Okay, yeah. Wait, we're fine. We're chilling.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna do it. Might as well. With the artifact mana and 1, I would like to cast a spell Skite. Trigger Chrome.
And I'm assuming countering that won't do anything. Can't even counter
No.
it. Okay.
Nope, you would
No,
have to
it's
Angel's Brace.
Yeah. Right. GG.
What happens
Good
to the
attempt.
Esper?
It will
Be
go.
exiled.
Go back to me, or is it get exiled?
He cast it, so it'll remain in exile.
I
I'm gonna
think
start
that's right.
untapping. Does anybody have access
There's
on
not
that step?
No.
Nope.
I'll play this land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to combat. Hit Noah again with Malcolm.
Yep.
With another treasure. I have so much mana. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I'm passing the turn with 13 mana. Yeah, pass.
Untap. I will skip my mana vault trigger. I will drop a turn. I will play this Gemstone Caverns as my land for turn.
Mhm.
I will cast a Candelabra.
Elabra? Yeah, you're good.
No misstep. Okay. I will then move through my turn, attempt to pass.
Take.
Good by me. Untap, upkeep, draw. Combat. 4 Drummer Boy.
I'm gonna go ahead and start protecting my health. I'm gonna declare Thundertrap Trainer as a blocker. Before damage, I will activate Thrasios.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
Good, Shauna.
Yeah.
Down bottom. Reveal a Fairy Mastermind to my hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then Thundertrap Trainer can die.
All right. I mean, ugh. Blue and a white. I might as well. I'll attempt to cast at the fairy. 3 mana at the fairy.
I'll cast Deaf Ears.
Big sad. Yep, that resolves.
Yeah. Now the real win
I-
condition.
I will pass the turn.
I'll crack fetch on end step.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I only have one tutorable left, to be honest. I think it's just this idiot, Flittering Falls.
Don't call it an idiot. They are the
It
best.
literally
lands
looks
to
like someone took a can of black paint and just threw it at the board. It was like, oh shit, this thing's due
Rakis Theater is
tomorrow.
literally just a circle with the Rakis symbol in
It's
it. I will
so
not
ugly.
care.
Like Underground Stadium is so like the other one, the blue black one is so pretty. There you go.
The sewers, yeah.
Sewers is beautiful.
I need to get the Hedge Maze for this deck. I'm still missing that card.
Cuts right.
You can do 2.5.
Okay. Big Surveil. And we're gonna leave that one on top. That's a good card. Untap, upkeep, draw that card. Go to combat. Malcolm over at Drummer Boy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll. No, I will declare Cloud of Fairy. No, I'm not gonna take. I'm not gonna block. I'll take the 2.
Hell yeah, Malcolm. We're gonna get there
I
one
have
day.
8 commander damage.
Trying to figure out whether I need to do anything to like. There's a spell skate over there, so it doesn't really matter. We have more silences in Crux's deck. I'm just gonna pass.
On your end step, I will flash out a Fairy Mastermind.
Aha.
Yep.
A Malcolm blocker.
Still on end step. I'm gonna fetch. Go to 14.
Mhm.
Oops. Cut right to it. I will put the Hedge Maze Surveil trigger on the stack.
Two on top.
Do you want me to cut 2?
I'm sure.
I would like to activate Thrasios once. Still on. Oh, sorry. No, I have a Surveil trigger first. Surveil trigger.
Yeah.
Or I will put a Prismatic Vista into my graveyard. I will activate Thrasios.
Yep.
Yeah.
Reveal Eternal Witness to my hand.
Yeah.
I will activate Thrasios.
Yep.
Reveal a Biomancer's Familiar to my hand.
Gross.
I will activate Thrasios.
Yep.
I'll reveal This Town Ain't Big Enough.
Nice.
I will activate Thrasios one more time.
Mhm.
Reveal a Deflecting Swat to my hand.
Found it.
That's a good one.
Go to my turn.
Yep.
Yep.
Untap. Anything in my upkeep?
Nope.
Nope.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll go to 9. I will draw for turn. Um, I guess I gotta go for it.
That's what I said.
Hey, that's a lesson
Also,
everybody has to
guys-
learn. Everybody has to learn that lesson. You have
Oh,
to be
yeah.
careful.
I
with
will-
Tom and Esper.
Yep. Yep.
Tap 2. I'm gonna cast This Town Ain't Big Enough. I'm going to target my Cloud of Fairies, and I would like to target Heliod.
Seems good.
I'm just going to pay 2 life and have a target spell guide instead. I guess I'll just pay the mana. Why not?
Can you redirect
Can I
both
look?
targets to him?
That's what I was about to say.
I don't see why not.
Because I don't know if it's a league.
Oh, it's just color.
Is it- Yeah.
Sorry, guys. If I'm eliminated, I'll stay on screen since I'm sharing. But do I need to stick around? Like I'm eliminated, right?
You don't need to stick around. You're good.
Okay. Just because my wife's texting me, daughter's driving me crazy.
You're fine. Thank you so much. It was really fun playing with you. I don't play with new people often, and I get really burnt out of this game, but it was really refreshing to play with you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys too. Thank you for being so
You were super
understanding.
positive the whole time.
Yeah, for sure. Valuable
Bye-bye.
lessons and good luck.
Valuable lesson. You gotta learn it.
Yeah, good luck.
Bye.
Spellskite, I have to target one of my creatures to minimize it, so I'm not sure how it works unless you pay like 4 life to
I'm just waiting for it.
immediately turn it back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I can pay 2 life to just have it bounce this twice, then I'm fine with that. I'm just
Hot.
Uh,
I'm-
yeah, you can choose one of the instances of target.
got you.
Well,
Okay, so I can't change both targets.
correct.
Okay, I'm gonna change the target of your Cloud of Fairies to Spellskite.
Okay, so you're gonna return both your things.
Mhm.
Okay, that's
Yes.
fine.
All right.
I will cast Eternal Witness.
Yep.
I will target This Town Ain't Big Enough.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. I would like to 1, 2 cast This Town Ain't Big Enough. Target Cloud of Fairies. Or no, I don't want to target Cloud of Fairies. I want to target Eternal Witness, and I will target, I guess, your Soul Ring, Shauna.
I'll attempt to swat it. Ah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, I pass on it as well.
Only
Try
one
to.
instance.
But then,
Like I think SWAT says you can change any number of targets.
Yeah, so Spellskite, so I had This Town Ain't Big Enough targeting a Cloud of Fairies and a Heliod. In response, Cloud of Fairies was activated targeting one of the instances of This Town Ain't Big Enough.
Correct, but
we
can't.
were thinking about it, but I think Noah looked up it. That's why I called the judge, but I think Noah looked it up or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now you're trying to town 2 of your things. SWAT. The difference between Spellskite is
You're muted, Milo. If you're trying to talk.
because I'm pretty sure like you can SWAT changes in any targets for the spell, so that can change both targets.
Cruix, you have to unmute in spell table. Or not spell table, sorry,
In
Discord.
Discord.
Oh, is the judge here? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I was deafened. All right, hello, can you hear me? Yes. The question is, can deflecting SWAT change both targets for towning big enough? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. But your question, Alex, was with Spellskite.
Yeah. So
Oh, so that's okay. So yeah.
So if it's one spell, but it's two spells,
It only hit
Okay.
one of them. It only redirected the one that was targeting my Cloud of Cities or
Yeah,
Cloud of Fairies
you're
to Spellskite.
telling us the same thing we looked up, apparently. I think.
Okay.
Yep.
As long as
Yeah,
I'm just making sure all the rules are being followed.
you're doing great.
Nope, you're
Heliod
good,
and
Ed.
Spellskite both got bounced by this town.
Okay. And it was never an attempt to redirect it.
We tried, but
No.
then we
Oh,
like
yeah.
had our own judge call apparently, and then we figured it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let me know if there's anything else comes up. I appreciate you guys being
Thanks, Hire. Do we have an extension
Mhm.
again, or he's already gone? I think this is the last one. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's less turn.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, where would you like to deflecting SWAT this town ain't big enough? You do get to choose both.
Is it resolving?
I'm passing on SWAT.
Okay.
Possible.
I'll just change it to your Mox Diamond and your Lotus Petal Crooks, or I'll change it to your Grim Monolith.
Sure.
Shocking
Grim and what?
You know what? I'll do Grim and or fuck it. I'm
This
being
is-
dumb. I'll do. You're not even actively winning. I'll do Thrasios and Training Grounds.
Well, I will show you the SWAT that you know about that's in my
Yep.
hand after your SWAT resolves. Or
Yep.
my this town ain't big enough.
I pass.
I'll dispel it.
Just counter target instant spell.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're going to get into the messiness. Okay. That I will respond to by floating a green off Thrasios. Green off Thrasios. Or sorry. Yeah. It's the stack. Already used my Cloud of Fairies. I will activate Thrasios in response to the dispel.
Sweet.
Good.
Mhm.
I will reveal a Wheel of Fortune. Jesus Christ, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I do not want that.
Heliod is gone. Don't get excited.
I'd still
yeah,
would
that-
love a wheel.
Yeah, that's not what we wanted. Yeah, these two can get bounced to hand. That's fine.
Cool.
Okay. Stack is currently empty, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I will. How much time do we currently have right now left?
I think we're over. We had 13 minutes for an extension, and it's 14:40 over. So I think we could just assume this is the last turn, even if we didn't get an extension before. We could just assume this is the last turn.
Okay, I'll cast Thrasios.
Yup.
Yep.
I will cast Training Grounds.
Yep.
Cast Biomancer's Familiar.
Oh my god, it's so free. Will this reduce it to 0? Let me check.
No,
they
it cannot.
can't- neither
Neither
one
one can. It'll be
Okay,
one
okay.
activation.
Yeah, no, it was.
Play an LED.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass, I think, because I don't have a bunch of mana.
Yeah, which means we just draw the game and do the weird thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just call it judge again.
Yeah,
I don't
just
even
to-
know what. I don't even know what that thing is. Can try to pull up the document. I think it's on his Twitter.
Yeah, I think he said something about highest number of permanents or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like evaluated. I don't even know. He changed it. I'm just gonna
Isn't
wait
like the
for
One
judge.
Piece thing? The One Piece ruling.
I really feel bad for this stream. This has not been a weird game.
It's
It's
been a
been
very
very
weird
It's
game.
been very strange.
There was one exciting turn, and then it was, pass around the rosy.
Yeah.
I mean, at least there were win attempts made on
Yeah, so
separate
true.
occasions.
I mean, yeah.
I honestly thought that Portland I was so confident in it, and my dreams got shut down pretty hard.
I
Yeah.
fucked up so bad. I was sitting on a SWAT. I was sitting on that SWAT when the Portland was there. I should have used the SWAT to bait his mind break trap, and then I could have flare denial countering the mind break trap, and then I would have won. But I keep thinking that there's my commander still, and not Malcolm. I'm so dumb.
We would have lost though, right? Because the port would have resolved, right?
I mean, I drew the fierce right after that. I think the Portland triggered and drew my fierce. So it depends.
Lovely.
I just shouldn't have started with. I don't know why. I just think that is my commander. I was like, I'll just get rid of this Malcolm.
Are we?
I just added a judge. I'm just waiting for him to come
okay.
on by. He's probably got my judge calls muted because I've done it too many times. Ugh.
All right. Sorry to call you. Oh, I keep forgetting about that. Sorry. So we have reached time and round. I am attempting to pass to Kuruk's turn because I cannot currently win. What is the out or like what's the fix at the moment?
Is this time and round starting 20 minutes, or is this actually the end of 100 minutes?
Oh, we thought our extension was 13 minutes, so we just went based on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is time and round.
Correct.
Yeah. So then, if you're coming to an end section,
okay.
Oh, exciting!
So this would be. I just want to double check. This is the end of the 100 minutes.
This is the end of our 100 and.
Yeah. We have like a
We
minute
call it
left.
like the end 113.
Yeah.
But
113 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Then you're
okay.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Was our extension 13 minutes, or what was the extension?
13.
Okay, no, then we were way over.
Okay, then, yeah.
We were at like 14. No, yeah. I thought, yeah, we're done.
Okay. Then drum over.
Yeah.
okay.
So how does it work again?
All right. So this is non-information.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we can't like respond to that or anything. I'm assuming I should have asked that before.
Yeah, no, that's just.
Yeah, whoops.
Did you have a
I
Cyclops?
literally have a Cyclops like chilling in my end. I just didn't know. I guess I should have called the judge beforehand or something like that. I guess I should have Cyclops just to be safe. I don't know.
Yeah, with the tiebreaker rules, it's kind of like you kind of want to think about it before the last turn.
Yeah,
I
thought it was highest life total, so I didn't do anything. I just
I have the
It's
ability
randomized.
to make it so you don't have any. You'd have one permanent left, and I flash in a fairy mastermind and have equal to you.
Yeah, obviously we would have that whole interaction, but it's okay. I didn't ask in advance.
Yep. Okay.
Don't know, like, how do we determine tiebreaker? You don't see the mock masters But nothing. I don't see.
Mm-hmm.
And traditionally, it's in order that that you can decide everything. So if there's any ties, you just go in a hierarchy as to have enough everything. Feel it more than.
Yep.
Thank you guys for playing. And no it's done. And then
I'm going
Did
to
you?
make a bathroom run real quickly, so I'll be back in like 5 minutes if that's okay. Thank you.
How about now? Mic check, mic check. All right. Sweet. All right. Perfect. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to provide some clarity into Mox Masters. Shout out to Emma again, always crushing it. With this tournament, it's a 16-player single elimination timed top 16, and because of that, we have to have tiebreakers. It's just how we're able to manage a top 16 in a way that gets that's timed. We also want to make sure that when we have a top 16 that's timed, that we're doing tiebreakers in a way that makes sense for cedh. In 60 card tournaments, life total is the main way people win the game. In cedh, that it rarely happens. People rarely win through life totals. So we determined that we would offer tiebreakers that was more objective and offer players a very clear way to determine who the winner is. So in this situation, it's non-land permanents in play at the end of time will be declared the winner. There's definitely ways to, make that to play into that, right? Last second you psych riff the board, right? Oh, I have the most permanents play, I win the game. But it doesn't make people make decks around it, which is what we wanted. We wanted people to still play cedh and really keep the efficacy of cedh alive. In the last pod, the game was a draw. Was a draw. So we did do a tiebreaker, and the tiebreaker was again most non-land permanents in play. And so I just wanted to provide that clarity because, you know, it being a single elimination, it being a top 16, it would not it would make sense for this to just to players to keep going. Unfortunately, it's a Thursday night. And because it's the Thursday night, we can't have a 4-hour top 16 into a 4-hour final. I'm not saying that will happen, but it is something that we're cognizant of. So just wanted to give a little explanation because I saw some questions in chat and I wanted to give everyone a little bit of time. Our pod is ready, I believe. But we just so we'll get them up and ready to go in a minute. But thank you all for joining us for week 3 of Mox Masters, and we'll be seeing you guys soon.
top for Corey.
Sure.
And then someone give
Just
me one.
2, not 2.5 or anything.
Or isn't it always cut the pile that's chosen?
Sure.
That was my
Yeah.
assumption.
Yeah, I thought you always cut the pile
Oh,
that's
I was
chosen.
always.
I wasn't sure if it was implied or not.
Does someone want to give me a pile?
You can have 3.5.
Sure.
Second 7.
Heliod, Rogthras, Scion. You know what? I will.
You both mold for 7s?
Correct.
I did.
I'm
Okay.
thinking
I'm
on.
gonna. Well, I'm next, so
Yeah.
I'll keep my first 7.
Yeah, I'll give this a shot. Sure.
Spooky. Double first 7s.
Hey man, back half of turn order.
Yeah, that I was gonna say that.
See
That's
what you
sort
can
of
get.
where I'm at.
Three on top for both of you. The cut 3 and then yeah.
I was gonna say I'm last in turn
3.5.
order, so like keep some resources, you know. Try to claw some agency.
Ugh. Gonna go 6.
I'll keep this. Keep second 7.
Cradle spotted. Keep hand.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to wheel me, you won't see a cradle, so I guess that's a win for me, right?
I'll just wheel you into the cradle.
There you go. Thank
And
you.
then
I
we'll
appreciate
lose. Okay, get cut.
1.5.
Be kind to me. And
It's all right. I hope Noah wraps this up quick. I'll have Terraria to play.
The absolute disrespect. Oh, the one guy who has to go to bed for work in the morning. I'm gonna stay up with this Terraria.
I'll go ahead and keep this 6, and I will bottom this card.
Sounds good.
Pre-games.
Everybody good? Pre-games?
Not for me.
Alrighty. Good to draw?
You're good.
Yep.
All right. Draw for turn. Go ahead and play a Mana Confluence.
Mhm.
And I will pass a turn.
Untap.
Gas.
Draw.
Fair magic.
I will play an
Right.
island.
Yeah, it's about to get
Fair
unfair.
magic.
Roger.
He's already cheating. Roger.
Cast Remora.
Oh,
That's a damn
that's not
shame.
fair magic.
Yeah.
Misstep checks? Not me, unfortunately.
Is this worth misstepping? Hold on. We can have a conversation. Is this worth misstepping this early?
The deck that vomits mana out?
Yeah.
I mean,
Misstepping their draw engine?
It's going to be here forever. You
yeah.
know?
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't think it is, but again, you can get mind controlled by your 2 opponents who have rocks in hand. This slows the game down, which you are more.
Which I'm more in
beneficial
favor
to.
of. Yeah. I think I'm okay with
I
letting.
mean,
this
I don't think
exist.
Wheelie out
I'm
is
not
rocks
going
in
to
hand.
not play my rocks.
It's up to you. I mean, his deck does just vomit mana out. That's its entire
I'm
directive.
gonna let it stick.
Sure.
I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I will play this Verdant. I would like to crack it, and if that is all right, I will shortcut for a Tropical Islands.
Yep.
I'll play my own fish.
Remora.
Yeah, you got it.
Sure.
Good fun.
Draw.
I'm gonna grab my Trop and I cut right to it. Sick. I will pass after that.
Okay. Draw for turn. Tarnish Citadel. Bolt myself. Out of white.
Fish.
Nah.
Esper.
Esper Sentinel.
Esper. Yeah.
Okay.
Now misstep
Wow.
that one.
Yeah.
Esper good?
Yeah, I'm passing on it.
All right.
Yeah.
I will pass the turn after that.
On tap upkeep, draw. Play the backside of Seagate Restoration. And I'll play a Grim Monolith.
Triggers all
One,
around.
Issues.
I am not going to pay for anything.
So mine,
Snav, let's go half of one.
so mine resolves first.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I will draw.
Then I'll draw.
And then I'll draw.
Yep.
I
Anything
will
else?
pass the turn.
Untap. I will pay for fish. Draw for turn.
Yep.
I forgot to
I mean,
take
this-
one for Mana Confluence.
This is not the fetch line I wanted. What's the one I got? Prismatic Vista. I'm going to fetch. I'm going to get a basic forest.
Sure.
And I will cast a Bird of Paradise.
Sure.
Mhm.
Whiskey.
7 cards in hand. I will pass.
Happy birthday, fish. Draw.
Uh-huh.
Play this Windswept. Pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. That's interesting.
You can have 2, Noah.
It's kind of awkward. I'm gonna play Talon Gates. I'm not gonna phase out anything because it's up to 1, and I will. I guess. Whose life total matters?
Snaz.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I'll.
100%
I
does.
know he's playing like probably.
I mean, he's in
Yeah.
black, so I'm assuming his life total is slightly
Yeah.
more relevant than everyone else's. So Snaz, I'm gonna hit you for
He,
1.
he plays the it's from MH3 where
Warren
you pay a lot.
Saltair.
There we go. At least that card.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I will move through phases after this.
Good on tap?
Mhm.
All right. Untap upkeep, draw. I'll play Ottawa's land for turn.
Sure.
Let me think. Yeah. I'll attack Grim Monolith for 3, and I'll use 2 of it for a talisman.
Triggers.
Trigger.
I am passing on all of them.
I'm gonna respond to my trigger on the stack. I'm gonna bolt myself, take a colorless, or pay colorless, or add a colorless out of black. I'd like to flash in OBM.
Cool.
OBM cast good, or
Yep.
Okay. ETB trigger on the stack.
I'm losing my board, aren't I?
Yep. I'm gonna ping the Roger, or attempt to ping the Roger.
Yep.
Amass 1 orc army. And then we will resolve my Esper draw, because I think that's the top of the stack, correct?
Yep.
And then Snaz's Remora draw.
Good.
And then Bowmaster ping will kill the birds.
Okay.
And then Noah's Remora. And
I'll draw.
Yep, and I'll ping Snaz's face.
Sure.
And then I will watch my bowmasters get cloned.
Nah. Is my talisman
Yeah,
good
your
to resolve?
talisman's good.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to take 2 and attempt to cast Heliod.
Voting any mana.
Nope. I have an untapped auto aura.
I will pass on Heliod.
Pass.
If Heliod is good, I will pass a turn.
Untap. Remora can die.
Yep.
Drop. I will play a Shifting Woodlands as my land for turn.
Sure.
And I will cast an Enduring Vitality.
Mm-hmm.
And I will pass the turn.
I'll crack my Windswept. If that's all right.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get a Tundra. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna get a Tundra. I'm gonna get a Taiga, I think.
Okay.
One, two, three.
3. Have 3.
Untap. Pay for fish. Draw.
Mhm.
Play a Underground Sea.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in hand. Move to end step.
No effects.
Yep.
It's gonna be this Scalding Tarn.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Pass.
Draw for turn. Cast a Chrome Mox. Not paying for Ristic. Or Mystic. I apologize.
Yeah, I know. Draw.
Yep. Bowmaster ping. Hit. I'll hit you, Snaz.
Sure. Do you think you'll be able to kill the Wheeliod this turn?
I'm going to try.
Oh, okay. With like a spell, you mean? Not
Correct.
Bowmaster Pings?
Correct.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll take one.
Chrome good?
Yep.
Okay. I would like to imprint. Just want to make sure I can make the colors I need to. I will imprint. I'm probably going to regret this. I'm going to imprint VATS, so it can add for black.
What is it?
V.A.T.S. It's a split second kill spell.
Okay.
Sure.
So Chromox that can add for black. I'd like to tap for 3, adding a black, bolting myself for a white, adding a colorless. Attempt to cast Timna.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
He has a deadly Rollick, I imagine.
Is Timna good?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll attempt to Rollick the Heliod before trying to do Timna stuff.
Remora trigger.
I'll probably respond to the Remora trigger.
Sure.
I mean, like if I show you interaction, like,
we can have a
do
conversation.
you really want to? Do you really want to fight over this? Because
Well, I mean, I'm more afraid about. Okay, I guess
like
we can have a
I don't
conversation.
like I can tell you I don't have any kind of like wheel or mass draw effect in my hand.
How many artifacts would you hypothetically be able to flash in during your end step? I guess that's the kind of bigger question.
I don't think we take the chance. I think we just kill the Heliod.
I mean, can you show me cards from your hand? Like that would be the only convincing factor. If you want to block the other two and show me your hand.
I am not going to show you cards from my hand. I'm not going to give you free information.
Okay.
But Heliod has the ability to play at instant speed.
Yep. So
of which right now.
I mean, I'll attempt to Deadly Rollick, and you can interact.
Here. Well, let me show you cards first.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think he was asking.
I won't show you cards.
I didn't realize that. I'm sorry, because I responded to about the.
Because we can fight over this. I mean, if you want to, and we can just draw Snaz a million cards. He's a creature combo deck, so like, getting this out of your hand is pretty good for him.
Audio and we're blocked. That's weird.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay. You can go ahead and unblock so everyone can be part of the conversation.
Yeah. And I can tell you I don't have any mass draw spell in my hand.
Okay. So he showed me a Fierce. Do you think it's still worth trying to push this forward in light of that?
I'm F6'd.
Okay.
Me too, unless I draw something.
All right. So now, do you want to cast?
Hasn't passed. Fine. You got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Fine. Yep. Go to combat then. I will swing the Orc Army.
I won't block a 1/1.
Okay. I'll swing the Orc. I'll swing the Orc Army at Noah. I'll swing the Orc at Sunglasses. I'll swing the Esper at Snaz.
I would 100% agree to not block if you swing the 4/4 at Snaz.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at as well.
So you were trying to say 4/4 at Snaz, but send the 1/1. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'll agree to that. Snaz.
I'm already taking ping damage, bro. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah. I'll just let my opponents talk me into this. It's fine. I'm less experienced here, so we'll go with it.
I'll take one.
Okay.
I'll take one as well.
Okay, and Snaz will take 4. Triple Timna trigger. I would like to attempt to pay 3 and draw 3. Is that good?
Yep, pass it on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Draw 3. Buy you as a land for turn. Looking at my hand, get some stuff out. Play this Delighted Halfling. Pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm just gonna try to pay 2 life and flip Heliod. I have untapped mana confluence.
Pass.
If that is good, I will pass the turn.
Yeah. Any effects in that step?
Nope.
Okay. Nope. On tap. I'll draw. I'll play a Mistrise Village as my land for turn.
Sure.
I will tap 2 blue. I will cast a Flesh Duplicate.
Pass.
Ooh, that's spooky. I have nothing to say about that.
Well, this will be fun.
Kill the Wheelion at this point.
I mean,
like,
I mean, now he's just 2 for 1-ing,
No, I
right?
know. I'm gonna attempt to rollick my own bowmasters.
no, what?
Ooh,
Just kill the Heliod.
No, he's
You
gonna
don't want
he's
to. You
gonna
don't want him
copy
to
my
clone a
Heliod.
Heliod.
He's gonna copy my bowmasters.
No,
No.
he's
Him
gonna
cloning the
copy
Heliod
Heliod.
is so much better than cloning Bowmaster.
Why?
And also,
Yeah.
if you do kill the Heliod, then my draw trigger, you can kill the Bowmaster, and then he doesn't get that either.
Yeah.
And he just gets something like a Timna, which is mediocre for him.
I mean,
Heliod's definitely the best thing to clone on the board. Bowmaster the second best.
If you do target mine,
you have to
I will
fight.
have
You
to
have
fierce it.
Yeah,
I
but
have
the
to fight
fierce,
over
the
mine.
fierce will allow me to kill my own. So like, I think, yeah, I'll just force the issue. I think you're right. It's more efficient. Yeah, I'll attempt to rollick the Heliod Remora trigger.
If I counter it and you like kill your own Bowmasters, he's just gonna ETB and copy Heliod, and then you just will have
We have to
have killed your own
we
Bowmasters
gotta
for no
I'm gonna
reason.
stick with a decision
Yeah.
at this point.
I'm just saying I don't think you should kill your own Bowmasters.
I don't think
I'll attempt to fierce the Rollick in response to the Remora trigger that Snaz has.
There's an Esper trigger and a Remora trigger.
Yeah.
Can
I will pay for neither.
Okay, so I'm good to draw off
Esper
my
draws
Esper.
first. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have there's
You might get to draw.
Yeah, then you can draw off your Remora. Bowmaster ping. I will.
I mean, might as well kill his.
I am gonna kill my. I'm gonna kill my Bowmaster. Like I don't want this being cloned. Like.
Well, I have another draw trigger on the stack. He's responding to the draw trigger from Deadly Rollick, so you'll have another trigger before the clone resolves. I'm just saying, like,
No,
you
that's
can get
fair.
a free
That's fair.
damage.
Sure,
gem.
sure. I'll ping you, Snaz. I'll put one more damage on you, and then
Just
you'll have.
Talk myself into losing another life. Lol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize here, folks. I apologize.
Good wreck nerd.
Inexperience is getting me. I apologize.
It's fair.
Yeah.
You're good, bro.
I know what happens when there's a Bowmasters in play and I don't control it, and that's a really big negative for my deck. So you're gonna draw off of my Rollick, Snaz. Did you do that?
Well,
I drew off of the Fierce, and then
the Fierce is on
the
top
stack.
of the Fierce is on top of
the Rollick. Yeah.
The Remora trigger from Rollick.
Correct. Okay. So Fierce, we're at Fierce countering Rollick.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we're on Remora trigger. Snaz, you good to draw?
Draw.
Yep. And then I will target the Bowmasters with my ping.
Sure.
I want to respond to this with. I think I want to respond to this with your Bowmasters on the stack.
Sure.
Because I want to give you another shot, and you can kill his 2/1.
He doesn't have a 2/1.
Is that 3-drop, not a 2/1?
Enduring Vitality is a 3/3.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a
we don't need to
3/3?
feed anymore. It's not gonna die. Yeah.
Well, I think I want to cast this before the other Heliod enters.
Sure.
And I'm fine doing it with your Bowmasters on the stack, so you can get a shot.
Okay.
So Noah, you've drawn 1 card for turn. Snaz, you've drawn 2. And then Will, you've drawn.
I've drawn just the one from the Esper.
Yeah. Okay. I'll pay 1 life. I'll cast Portent of Calamity. X equals 4.
Jesus.
So that's we each draw 4 cards.
I mean, it reveals the top X cards, and then for each card type, I may exile a card of that type from among them, put the rest in the graveyard. I may cast a spell from among the exiled cards without paying its mana cost. If I exiled 4 or more cards this way.
Sure. There's a.
there's
a Remora trigger.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So Remora, go ahead.
Uh.
It is not an amazing card here. Because
Yeah,
it's very unlikely that I hit 4 card types.
I understand.
I mean, you still get to cast them for 3.
I will put a ping on Snaz.
Can you hold on? It's Portent of what?
Calamity.
Portent of Calamity. Each card type.
Oh, if you exile.
Yeah. So if I don't hit 4 different card types, I don't cast anything for free. This is
And
basically
X
like
is only 4. Okay.
Yeah, it's like an ancestral recall essentially is what I am casting here.
Okay.
I took my one from
Okay.
Bowmaster.
So now I'm amassed up to 8, and there's still one bowman.
Yeah.
Targeting my bowman. Okay.
Is Portent okay to resolve?
Yeah. Sure.
I'll exile the top 4. Are you guys passing on it? No,
Yeah, you're good.
I'm passing on it.
Okay. Plains. Lunar Insight, sorcery, another land, and a commandeer. Huh. Well, those aren't doing much of anything.
So your zeal 2 lands, instant
Yeah.
sorcery.
Yeah, so I'll put the plains in grave.
Sure.
These 3 go to exile, but then I don't cast any of them. They'll just go to my hand.
Okay. And then we're good on the bowmaster's ping targeting my bowmasters.
Yeah.
Okay. It will die. Amass 1 more. 9/9 orc army now.
Flesh duplicate back on the stack.
Yep.
Do I do anything here? This is pretty mid. Let me think for a second. What is on board? Sure. I'll pay 2 life. I'll cast a Phyrexian Metamorph.
Sure.
If Metamorph good,
Mhm.
I'll have it enter as Enduring Vitality gives your creatures like tap,
You guys are Cryptolith, right?
make one of any. It's
Yeah.
Cryptolith, right? Okay, sure. I'll have it enter as Enduring Vitality,
Sure.
and if no one's doing anything, I'll respond again to the Flesh Dupe.
Sure.
I'll tap for a blue, and I will cast this Lunar Insight.
What does this one do?
Draw a card for each different mana value among non-land permanents you control. So it would be
3, correct?
3 cards.
Trigger.
You can draw.
I will pass.
Snaz, you've drawn 4 cards now.
That is the 4th card I've drawn.
Yeah. Just keeping track. I will go ahead and draw 3 cards. I don't think any of these really help us here. Yeah. I guess I will just go ahead and pass on the Flesh Dupe.
I will have it enter as a copy of Heliod.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah.
How many cards did you draw, Julian? You drew 3 cards?
I drew 3.
3+.
Okay. So Julian's Heliod is at 6 reduction, and
Yes.
Noah's Heliod is at
More.
it should be at 8.
4
'Cause
plus
you're not counting
1
the one
plus 3. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not counting the one from Noah's draw that affects yours, but we are counting the 3 that you drew. So
Yeah.
5
Mine is
plus
at
3.
6. His is at 8.
I will. I'll cast my Roger for free.
Mhm.
I will tap for a blue. I'll cast a Trinket Mage.
Isn't that still summoning sick? Or did a turn go by?
It came in last
That
turn.
was last
Yeah,
turn.
That was last
Yeah.
turn. Okay.
The only thing he cast this turn was Flesh Dupe, and now Trinket.
Yeah.
I have to pass on this.
I'm passing.
I will put a Mox Amber on the stack.
How many cards do you have in hand, Noah?
4, I believe. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, I have 5.
Your Mox Amber is being cast. There's an Esper trigger.
Yep. Would you like to cut me?
You have 2.
That is not an additional cost, so you may have it.
Okay, draw for Esper.
And then we have a Mystic.
Sure, you can draw.
Draw.
Is Mox Amber good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'll put a Wheel of Fortune on the stack.
Trigger.
Sure, you can have it.
Well, Snaz, I mean, you have a blue mana
Dude, I
overhang
haven't drawn any
with
interaction.
100
Dude, I
trillion
promise you.
cards.
I have not drawn any interaction. I'm very upset about this.
You have nothing. Well,
I have one castable spell, and it is not a counter spell.
I have to pass
Okay.
on this.
well, I can cast a Mox
I'm
Opal
sorry,
in
2
response.
castable spells. One of them is Dark Red. Mox Opal, I have a
Laura.
trigger.
I have already cast for Esper. Yeah,
Yeah, he has. Okay.
this would be card number 10 for mine.
Wheel of Fortune.
Get anything, Snaz?
Yeah, this is the card that I drew. I will reveal to you that I drew it because I haven't put it in my hand yet. I will cast a Force of Will, pitching a Born Upon Winds.
Esper trigger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good draw off Esper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think everyone's cast one, so yep.
Yeah.
I'll show you the Mind Break trap that's in my hand. I will target the Force Will.
I have a fish.
You can have it.
Well,
How many?
I didn't draw a second thing.
Yeah. Let me think here. Yep, I do have to pass on it, unfortunately.
You don't have anything?
I have a pact, but I can't pay for the second blue pip during my upkeep.
You see. Okay.
I mean, you could offer a draw.
That'd be.
This guy wants to go to bed so bad.
Dude, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, so like, yeah.
Wow. Well, I could try to do something, but this is so incredibly risky.
Do you not have blue cards for that commandeer?
Commandeer doesn't work.
I mean, I could commandeer
the Mind Break trap.
Mind Break trap.
Yeah.
And that
Definitely
targets.
works.
no,
you
you,
can
you
just-
target it. You target itself.
No, you
instead.
target the wheel.
Oh, I sorry. Yeah, I mean, like I could make it just target itself and the wheel.
It can't
It's-
target
it-
itself, but you
Right.
can target the wheel and the force.
Oh, you can choose new targets with Commandeer?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know. This is how many
I thought it
cards
was
do you have
gain
in hand,
control
Spaz?
of that.
It's gain control.
1, 2,
you
3,
may choose
4,
new
5,
targets.
6,
Oh,
7,
okay.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, we're so cooked if it makes it to your turn.
I mean,
Uh,
I've got a lot of lands, brother.
I
I haven't drawn any rocks either. This is kind of upsetting.
I'll tap my Mox Opal for a blue,
sure.
and I'll cast a Chain of Vapor, targeting my Mox Opal.
Trigger.
Triggeristic, yeah.
I will not pay.
Draw.
Yeah. Chain of Vapor.
You pass on chain.
Yeah, chain's good.
I will bounce this Mox Opal to my hand. I will sack Otawara, make a copy targeting Talisman of Progress.
Not the other Heliod? Oh, you need the blue. Yeah,
He's
sure.
No,
he's
I-
gonna recast everything.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
in response to my own chain, I'm
Sure.
gonna cast this Mox Opal.
Yeah.
Trigger.
You can draw.
I mean, at this point, you
More
might as well
lands.
cast the pact, because otherwise we just lose here.
Explain
What?
how?
How am I winning?
Yeah, I was gonna
You're
say.
resetting all your mana, and then you're gonna bounce my flesh duplicate, and then you're gonna counter when I try to bounce your Heliod.
Okay, and then he does what after that with all these cards he doesn't have in hand that he's spending to fight this?
Then the wheel resolves, and he just goes off.
If I chain your Heliod, you can target my Heliod.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
but then you pitch your Commandeer to change the target to something else.
And then I get pacted. Or whatever is in his hand.
I mean, I have a misstep as well. Like, there's a point where I can just stop the chain.
Oh, I would just mess up the chain then with the Mox Opal in the stack.
Well, the problem is you still have a wheel on the stack.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I'll make the deal if you commandeer.
like,
if you commandeer the mind break, and well, it is his chain. Yeah, I don't have really good negotiating power here.
Well, you should make sure that he just doesn't have another counterspell
I don't have counterspell.
or removal of his own. Like,
So,
I don't know.
Sorry, I apologize.
think
who has the
yeah.
chain currently? You're still holding priority on your chain.
I have a chain copy. Technically, the card is in the graveyard.
Okay.
I have a chain copy targeting my talisman, and in response, I'm casting Mox Opal.
Okay.
which I have already drawn my card for.
We are either going to lose to Sunglasses right now, or we're going to lose on Snazzy's turn. We're in a king-making position at the moment. I have 3 cards in hand. I cannot cast any of them.
I really don't want this wheel to happen. So the Mox Opal's on the stack, Ristic has happened, and there's a chain targeting the talisman.
Mm-hmm. I mean, him doing this chain thing can also draw me into another answer for the MBT.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
There's a more being fed every step of the way. Like I'd prefer not to use interaction.
I
unless
feel
it's-
like it's
But
incorrect
if
for you to
that-
act
Then
now.
we just lose to Snazzy.
Well, if Will uses his interaction, yeah. But if Snaz has to use any interaction he draws,
He's not going to
Then-
use any interaction. He doesn't have to.
well, he does.
Yeah,
because
dude,
current-
if my,
currently,
my hand gets wheeled away, I lose the game.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I think I'm not. I'm gonna pass on the misstep, or pass on the chain copy.
Okay. Well, first
Well,
Mox Opal's on the stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mox Opal
Okay.
resolves.
Okay. Mox Opal resolves. Chain copy on the stack.
Pass
Mhm.
when it gets
Yeah.
to me.
Okay. I will sack a land to bounce Talisman to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Copy target Mox Opal.
Mm-hmm.
Tap, I'm going to float a blue. And then, how do I want to do this? Is it better to have that in my hand or this in my hand?
Oh, I see. Manually cast the commandeer, maybe. Sure.
I don't think he's gonna have mana for that.
He's got the floating blue, and he can recast the talisman for free and make more blue.
Yeah, but it costs 7 mana. Oh,
The cost
yeah,
reduction.
the reduction.
The cost reduction, which is at 13
Duh.
for me.
Yeah, so he can just do
Uh,
double blue
sorry, I
commandeer
have to-
instead of pitch 2. Sure.
Heliod things.
I have to think for a sec. So I'm going to have one more blue. I get the talisman. That's 2 blue, and then sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll cast the talisman.
Sure.
Trigger.
You can draw.
Draw.
Copy of chain targeting Mox Opal.
Yep.
Sure.
I'll bounce out the hand. I'll second another land. I'll cast chain targeting Phyrexian Metamorph.
I pass.
How much blue mana do you have floating now?
Actually, yeah, Phyrexian. I have 1 blue
And
floating.
You have the talisman's in play, or is it on the stack?
The talisman is
talisman-
in play.
Is in play, and he has a Mox Opal in hand that he can cast.
Yeah, and I have a copy of chain targeting Metamorph.
And no more lands to sacrifice.
I mean, this feels probably like the misstep moment, and just force him to commandeer, exile the wheel.
I mean, this is a blue card in my hand.
Yeah, but you have the blue mana now to hard cast it, so you don't need the blue cards to pitch.
I would not have gone down this route if I was just going to let myself get bullied into hard casting commandeer on this and sacking all my lands. If you want to misstep this, you can. But I'm telling you, I'm not going to hard cast commandeer.
Okay.
Okay. Bounce this. I won't copy chain.
Mindbreak Trap back on the stack, targeting the Force Will.
Are you passing priority on it, Saz?
Yep.
Will, I imagine you are.
Mm-hmm.
I will pay 1 life, add a blue, use the floating blue. I will cast a Hullbreaker Horror.
Pass on Hullbreaker Horror.
Dude.
I told you.
Is Hullbreaker Horror good?
I'm thinking.
MBT.
I mean, I wish I would have probably cast that already. The hell, bro?
I straight up warned you, guys.
All right. I'm gonna cast a consult.
Pass.
I'll respond. I'll cast a Grafdigger's Cage. Hullbreaker Horror trigger. I'll target.
No, Hullbreaker Horror is on the stack.
This is not Hullbreaker Horror on the stack.
100%. Because I'm trying to get MBT.
Okay, never mind. Pass on decon.
I'm gonna name MBT.
Yep. Go ahead.
Didn't flip into it. Right. There goes.
Come on, last
Foster.
card.
Oh my god.
Come on.
My god. Well, there goes my Warren Soul Shader, so I don't have to get beat up by an orc army anymore. Fluster and Pact are also, and Beseju and Intuition are all relevant exiles. I will cast an MPT targeting the Hullbreaker for and Wheel of Fortune and the other MBT. Fuck it.
Yeah. Okay. What to do? What to do? I have this in hand, this in hand, this in hand, this in hand. How many cards do you have in hand, everybody?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards in hand.
9.
16.
16. There's Flesh Dupe, Mage. What creatures do you have, Will?
I have a Delight Halfling, a 9/9 Orc Army, a Timna, and an Esper Sun.
Okay, that's a Timna. Man, this is rough. You said you just have Pact in hand? Sure. I'll show you Pact targeting MBT.
Trigger.
You can draw.
I mean, I have nothing for this.
Do you want to spite pack me?
No, I don't. I mean, I'd offer draw, but that feat we already agreed not to, so I'm not going to spite back.
I mean, you can still offer.
You can still offer it. That's not like it's not allowed.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I'll attempt to pack the pact, offer draw.
I mean, like I'm playing for points here.
So then he would pact it, and you don't get points because he stops you.
Yeah, and you lose to Snaz.
Sure, but I'm saying he's just going to lose. I'm not accepting a draw, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm gonna be so for real with my hand as it is. I don't think I can beat Misstep Grafdigger's Cage. Lol. Like I can't win on this.
Unless you have a way to survive on your turn, this will just be a spite pack.
Which I don't want to do. Which I don't have a way.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to spite pack you.
Yeah.
Then we just lose.
It is what it is.
Like,
What do you?
I mean,
Well, hold on. Well, what do you have for mana open? You have.
I have none open currently.
yeah. It
on
forces
his
him to use
turn,
the
he will have
Commandeer,
4 mana.
and it also gives another draw for Snaz.
Now, if he packs, I'm just letting the pact resolve.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He will die.
I'm kind of just dead either way, and I don't want to be cruel enough to.
You
spite
just
pack.
have to draw Dark Ritual, and you're fine.
That is
What?
that,
Off of Esper?
Yeah, off Esper or something. Like you
Or
literally
Spirit
need just
Guide, right?
1 mana.
I need
you're
one. I
fine.
need 1 blue mana, which I guess
You have Talon
Or
Gates.
yeah, Dark Grit does work because you can filter Talon Gates. Do you play Culling the Week?
I don't like Culling the Week, but I do have Dark Rit.
I mean, you played your outs, right? It's a low odds out, but it's an out.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'll offer the pact. Sure.
Okay. I'll respond to the Remora trigger. I'll pay 2 life. I'll cast a Phyrexian Metamorph.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Good to resolve. Wow. Let's do this, do this. Is that the line? Okay, so there's Pact targeting Pact, which is targeting MBT. Your MBT, Snaz, is targeting.
It's targeting his MBT, Wheel, and your Hullbreaker.
Hullbreaker. Okay. And then there is a
Then there's a Hullbreaker.
Force of Will, and then a wheel
And then
underneath it.
his MBT targeting my Force of Will, and then his wheel
Yeah.
underneath my Force of Will.
Okay. Gosh, this is such a really tough position. I don't know if this ends up throwing or not. I don't know the deck well enough. That's the that's the issue. Because I don't know
Which
if
deck, your own?
my own. Yeah. I don't know if Trinket Mage gets me a card that does anything. I'll have Phyrexian Metamorph enter as a Talisman of Progress.
Okay.
I'll cast Mox Opal.
Trigger.
You can draw. Mox Opal again.
Pass.
I'll lose a life. I'll cast Commandeer,
Targeting.
targeting the MBT, I think. Yeah.
Which one?
Yours.
Trigger fish.
You can draw. You've drawn this many more cards. Right. -1. There's the 4.
How many are you at right now?
16.
16. So I'm at 15.
I have nothing for this.
I pass.
Okay. So I will Commandeer. I'm going to mind control the MBT, and I'm going to target in a way that the Hullbreaker Horror resolves the and the wheel resolves.
So you're going to target everything except the
Well,
Hullbreaker Horror.
you can change targets. You can't change the number of
Yeah,
targets.
so how many
it
how many
has-
total
It has
targets?
3 targets.
3
you
targets.
have
So
to
I will
pick 3 things.
I will target the what is currently underneath it. There is
The only well, you can target anything that's not
Yeah.
itself. You can target things
Yeah,
on top
I
of
can
it.
think of
weirdly
yeah.
enough.
I'll
The
target
stack in resolution order is Commandeer, Corey's
Pact,
Pact, your Pact, my MBT, Hullbreaker Horror, his MBT, my Force of Will, Wheel of Fortune.
I'll target, and it can't target itself.
You can't.
Are you sure?
Cannot
No
target
spell can
itself
target
on the
itself.
stack.
Okay. I'll target my Pact, the other MBT, and the Force of Will.
Okay. Commandeer has resolved. Targets for Mindbreak Trap have changed.
Pacts.
We are on Corey's
Mine-
Pact, targeting your Pact. I have a fish trigger that you responded to.
You can draw.
Still nothing. Pact resolves, countering Pact.
No, he countered his own pact.
No, the
No,
MBT is
the-
underneath.
The
my
MBT
Pact,
resolves. Yeah, it's underneath it. So now that target will fizzle, and it will just exile my Force of Will and your MBT.
Okay.
Then the next thing on the stack is Hullbreaker Horror.
So, yeah, Hullbreaker Horror on the stack.
Pass on Hullbreaker Horror.
Yeah.
Okay, Hullbreaker Horror resolves. I am good to pass down to Wheel of Fortune on the stack.
The MBT has exiled everything
right.
else, so that is
Yeah.
that should be the next
That's
spell
just
on the stack.
yeah. Okay.
I pass on Wheel of Fortune.
I pass.
Pass.
I will cast Gravedigger's Cage, Hullbreaker Horror trigger. I will bounce the other Heliod.
I have a
You have a Remora trigger. Is it?
I'm gonna.
It's after my Hullbreaker trigger, though.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Snaz, you lost connection on my end.
Did I?
Yeah. Yeah, it says players lost
Okay.
connection.
Oh, this is awkward.
I also lost connection.
Yep. Yeah, our lobby got ripped apart there. Our lobby got ripped apart there in the process.
Now what?
That's a great question. Probably get the judge.
I think Spell Table may have taken a dump. I can't even connect my camera.
I'm here. I'm watching.
So spell table collapsed.
I saw. Who was streaming before?
It was me.
Yeah, just make a new spell table.
Okay. And then send the link to the chat.
Yep.
Okay. Link is in the chat for pod 1.
Oh, and now Snaz is gone.
You have to join the new spell table lobby. Hire's making us do a new lobby.
Oh,
Yeah. Don't trust old lobbies.
okay.
Sweet.
Okay. So Snaz has.
Is everyone in turn order?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So there's a hull breaker trigger on the stack, correct?
Targeting
the
the copy of Wheeliod, yeah.
Yeah.
That is the top of the stack.
Yeah. I got nothing.
Okay. And then we're back to. Yeah, I'll pass on it.
I have a fish trigger after the
Yeah,
bounce. Draw.
Mhm.
And then Graph Digger's Cage.
Is on the stack.
Yeah.
I guess I'll should misstep it, right?
Yeah.
Might as well.
I mean, it's
doesn't
it's
matter.
good against the other players. Like,
I mean, you're winning
winning
right
the
now.
game, yeah.
Like,
no,
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
don't even
really-
try.
Yeah, I'll
Sure,
misstep
sure.
it, sure.
I don't think
it
Graph Digger's
actually
Cage is
makes a
contributing
difference.
to my win. So I'm saying if I fizzle, maybe you want Graph Digger's Cage on board.
Yeah, but the wheel is happening, so he's gonna lose the misstep.
Sure. No, I'm saying he might want.
Well,
Graph Digger's Cage
it
on board.
draws me a card though, which can
Okay.
help stop us losing the
I'm
game,
gonna
which is
misstep.
better
I'm gonna
than
misstep.
not
Yeah,
having it.
that's fine. Yeah.
Sure.
So I'll draw.
We also need to figure out where life totals are.
Oh.
Oh.
Crap. I shouldn't have left that one as soon as I did.
I've taken one
fetched-
damage from my.
I think I was at like 28 or something. 'Cause I was missing a certain-
Someone could open the stream and rewind to the point
Yeah.
where it crashed.
Can the judge give us accurate life totals?
Yeah, so it'd be 2 down.
I'm on it. Continue, guys.
Okay. So there's a misstep that's targeting the Graph Diggers.
Yeah.
And there's a Remora trigger.
Snaz, you drew.
I did.
I'm at 18 draws now.
Are we good on misstep?
Yeah, I'm passing on it.
We're back to
Wheel.
on the sack.
Wheel good?
I'm just gonna exile on Elvish Spirit Guide.
Yeah.
I'll have a green.
Good to resolve wheel?
Yep.
Discarding a Sea of Clouds.
Swift Recon, E-Zone, Voice, Worldly, Nature's Rhythm, Grand Abo, Eldritch.
Chain, Deserted Temple, Flesh Duplicate, Fairy Mastermind.
I'll just go through the important ones. Breach, Broodlord, Thoracle, Wishclaw, Beseech, Dark Grit, Corvolds, Dragonlord, Shadowfang, Wandering Tithe, LED, Pyro, Vamp Tutor, and Reanimates. Wish I had that Dark Grit Vamp.
My discount is at 39.
I have priority. I
Yes,
will
you do.
cast Analyze the Pollen.
What does that do?
Oh, let me finish paying cost and I'll explain. 5, 7, 8. So it has an additional cost. Collect evidence 8. I'm exiling 8 cards. If I collect evidence, search for a land or a creature.
I have a fish trigger.
I guess I'm supposed to respond to the fish trigger. I'll cast a Soul Ring.
Fish trigger.
I have a Hullbreaker Horror trigger. I will target my Mox Opal.
I'll respond. I'll cast Deflecting Swat targeting the ability.
Fish trigger.
Sure. Let me think about the fish trigger. Sorry. Wow. Just wondering what's on the stack. I'll cast a One Ring. Hullbreaker trigger. I'll target my Mox Opal.
Fish trigger.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Hullbreaker trigger first.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'll bounce my Mox Opal.
Fish trigger.
Do I want to respond to that?
I'm gonna represent these.
Yeah. Have a couple there. Okay. Let's think here. Everybody has a handful of new cards. This is pretty
Actually,
awkward.
I have 4 of them. It's the analyze as well.
Yeah, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. What is on board? There's still that. There's still that. I'll respond to the latest fish trigger. Actually, you can draw a card for the One Ring.
Cool.
One Ring on the stack.
Pass.
Sure. Pass.
One Ring ETB.
Yep.
I'll draw a card.
Yep.
So now it's D-SWAT on the stack targeting my Hullbreaker Horror trigger.
Fish trigger on top of that, but yeah.
And a fish trigger on top of that. I'll cast a Mox Opal. Hullbreaker Horror trigger. I'll target my Talisman of Progress.
Pass.
Yep.
I'm passing? Okay. Talisman to hand.
Fish trigger.
Fish trigger, you can draw.
Okay.
Mox Opal on the stack.
Yep.
I'll tap it for a blue. I'll cast a Mockingbird. X equals I guess like 15.
40.
Yeah. You've drawn 2 more cards, so I have discount of 42. Is Mockingbird Hullbreaker trigger targeting your Mystic Remora?
I'll swap the trigger.
Oh my god.
I'm just fucking with you. I don't have a commander.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay.
I'm just messing with you.
Hey, if you were a judge, you would have.
I figured I could give you a heart attack.
Yeah.
I have nothing for Hullbreaker trigger to bounce fish.
Yeah.
Okay. Mockingbird, good.
Yep.
It's good with me.
I'll have an ETB as a Hullbreaker horror.
Mhm.
I'll cast a Talisman of Progress.
I am good to concede.
Yep. Are you guys
I'm good.
good to concede? Cowell?
Yeah, I'm good.
You just loop your
Alright.
One Ring, draw your deck.
Yeah, I have a Blind Obedience in here.
I should have cast that Dark Grit before the consult because I drew into Vamp Tutor and I could have gotten another piece of interaction. How am I supposed to know that?
You're supposed to read my mind.
Dude, I was actually so upset the second you showed that.
Hullbreaker horror?
No, the Grafdigger's Cage. I was like, God damn it! Even if it gets to my turn, I can't beat Mr. Grafdiggers. Like what? I'm using my consult, so I had Oracle, no consult, and I had Bleach and LED, but I can't beat Grafdiggers because my only counter spell was Pyroblast. Like what the hell?
Cowell, I do not know why you felt the need to kill your Bowmaster. I will be very honest.
I mean, he's saying he's, not super experienced in this kind of super grindy
Yeah,
matchup.
I go to maybe one tournament every month and a half. So this is just, something a little bit more than just generic spell table lobby,
There was no way I was going to get a Bowmaster when there was a Heliod out.
Well, we were